There we go, now it's working properly where it should do. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, and welcome once more to the DK19 channel, where we play a little bit of a selection of games, but because today's Sunday, that'd be D&D. And we've got a new member on the D&D group for the Sunday Wolves, because unfortunately due to work obligations, Trex has had to drop out of it, so we are down a warlock. And
you are up a bard.
We are up a bard. We have a return of a bard because we previously had a bard, and this bard also does actually play his instruments as well, which is quite fantastic and lovely.
I was working on getting a ukulele, but I broke my phone, so that's broken. Unfortunately, it would have been more fun with the ukulele though, because they're the best instruments on the fucking planet, Rico.
They are a good giggle. But yes, so because this is Sunday, that means that we're joined by once again by one of my good old friends, Grav. He is awake. I promise he's awake.
I'm awake now.
I totally didn't have to phone him at 2 minutes past 7 and ask him if he's okay.
It never happened.
We've got Mojo, young Master Mickey. He'll be okay. We've got Oro.
Hello there.
We have my brother streamer Kevin.
Hello, Fox.
And we have the new addition, young Master Shadow.
Hi.
And in the chat we've got a gem which makes me happy. Hey baby, how you doing? Love you. But yeah, so this is the Sunday group. And last week, the Sunday group, they were off on a bit of a wander looking for some assorted twigs and berries. On a task from Darius, the one of the potion stores, the many potion store owners in Neverwinter City, and he sent them off to find some stuffs, and they did. They found some stuffs, and they found some stuffs they weren't expecting in the form of a forgotten labyrinth inside a cave. That was interesting, wasn't it, folks?
Well, I remember in that corner, so I don't remember.
Yeah. Kevin got really unlucky. He managed to roll an inordinate amount of critical ones, and managed to roll the same critical fail effect twice in a row, which was arcane coma, which basically means the winds of magic surge through your body, and you can't handle it. Get on your ass.
See, I was
9 turns each time.
It was
yeah, the maximum.
It was quite horrendous. And Mickey decided that he was going to attempt to be a bear in a tunnel. That worked out rather well. And then he decided to, at some point, also as well, decided to try and hit things with his spear. That did not work quite as well. Where he
I'm
managed
not
to.
built for hurting people.
You're not built for healing them, from what I've heard. Either.
It'll be alright.
I built a healer thinking that I would use this statistically. I have to roll perception checks to heal people. This is difficult. This is my first time playing a druid and a healer.
He'll be fine. It'll be okay. But we've rejoined the party as they return through the woods and various trails upon the way back to Neverwinter City to hand in the various assorted twigs and berries that they have gathered upon their journey, so that they can get themselves a small amount of payday.
More amount of payday.
A small amount
Nicely
of payday.
done.
So, put up. There you go. Have an Neverwinter City.
Hope you got coin, boy.
No.
Right, so back to where was it? Oh, Darius's elixirs, wasn't it?
Darius's elixirs.
And I'm sat comfortably enjoying a pint of mead in the pub. Glug.
So are we at Darius Elixirs now then?
Unless there's any way you want to go beforehand, we can make yourself a bit of a beeline straight there.
We're gonna kind of glance at the others, like straight to Darius Elixirs, or are we going to go elsewhere?
I think we should go straight to Darius's elixirs for a job well done, and then we can celebrate.
Sounds like a grand plan. I'll go straight to Darius Elixirs.
Good folks. So yeah, it takes you like as normally does. It takes you an amount of time, which somehow miraculously becomes halved instantly every time I mention it. To get through to get through the city. So it's arbitrary number of minutes. Arbitrary number of minutes time to get through the city. To get to the Darius's elixirs. And as you enter through the door, there's the familiar gling 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 noise of the door tripping the bell as you go in.
Like that.
Yeah, just like that.
I think you need to fix your bell. Sounds a bit off.
The bell's out of tune. But yeah, so here's Darius, who's standing at his basic, to all intents and purposes, the till area, flicking through one of his books, looks up at the sound, says, "Oh, hello, you've returned."
We have indeed, very nearly. We did come across some trouble on our journey, but that's not any of your concern.
Well, then why tell me?
I'm not good at conversation. Shall we carry on?
Okay.
Maybe I should do the talking here.
Please tell me you're actually saying that out loud. You just look at
Yes.
Staring at
Perry's just gonna.
Just. I see things in my head.
Oh dear. Yes, that might be a good idea. I feel your friend may have been fallen on his head, or possibly been dropped, maybe thrown.
Or
I
free.
suspect it happened multiple times. Yes.
You're right.
Dragged.
Right. Okay. Anyway,
Does Marcus say you're right out loud too?
Yeah. It's really quietly. You're right.
anyway,
It may have been when it became a tube of beer.
do you have any items for me?
I do indeed. I have the adder's tongue, 3 clusters.
Mm-hmm. He's making notes in his
I've
book.
got the fly agaric mushroom, 2 clusters.
Let's go do a little bit more of that suspense. Let's have a quick look at it. Let's have a quick look at it. Just pop it up on the desk here. Take a look at the quality of it and we'll see if there's.
Those up. I've also got the moonshining mushrooms, 4 clusters, and then 3
that's
Jacob
very
fruit.
that does seem to be okay. Yeah, so that is enough to satisfy the. Thank you for that, host Connor. That is enough to satisfy the parameters of the quest. Certainly, here you go. Then he pulls out one of these eponymous pads of paper that you've seen before from the guards and stuff. And it looks a little bit different because this is more of like a personal, private one, as just for his business as opposed to a government issue sort of thing. But he writes you out as we've been calling them, the checks. He writes you out a check for 150 gold pieces. Signs it off, rips it, and hands it to Marcus, and then just like sort of pulls it back again and goes right, and hands it over to Perry instead.
Wise choice.
That's wise. Yes.
It's like he's got it halfway towards you and just goes like, no.
Marcus agrees wholeheartedly. You remember the last time he owed someone money? In a bar.
He lost a toe.
Right now, I think I have to alert you as well. A runner came by a little while after you left and he wanted me to inform you to make best haste back to the Blue Stallion when you did return. Apparently, there's someone waiting for you.
Well, we must get back hastily for the person and definitely not for the alcohol.
Does he say this out loud?
He says that out loud.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
Azra sits at a table with, there's 5 of us, with 4 other mugs of mead just waiting to be drunk.
So I'm guessing we're going to head straight over to the Stallion.
I suppose so.
Yeah, I think that did seem to be
In
the
half the time it
impression.
might otherwise
Seems
take.
wise.
And
Yes.
half the time it would otherwise take.
Yes. Look, I took the thing as part of my background, and I'm gonna fucking use it. All right.
Ah.
To be fair, City Secrets is probably my second or third favorite background feature. I love it so much.
And Connor, we've only just started. I haven't had a chance to get back in the swing of things yet. Don't ask idiot questions.
Yeah, Connor.
Yeah.
God.
Connor.
Honestly, Connor.
Right.
Yes, we enter the tavern.
Marcus quite eagerly.
Sitting at a table, you see your friend Eratus, who, as you may remember, has decided he's going to be somewhat of a session bard at the tavern. and he's got his instrument leaning against the table, and he's sat with another bardly-looking fellow, and they're just chatting. And as he sees you come in, second.
Rhubarb. It's don't worry. It's a performing arts thing. I'll explain it later.
Okay. So they're having a little powwow, and he sees you come in, and Elizabeth says, "Oh, hello, my friends. I know I left you a little bit in the lurch with leaving the party, but my friend here, he's considering the adventure life. Talk to him. It'll be fine. Come in and join us for a drink. He appears to be already rather drunk himself."
I very much look forward to, as they call it, make merry with you and to drink this alcohol.
Somehow I feel like the emphasis was on the second half of that sentence.
It's fine, friendo. You can drink. Drink as you may.
He said it. Does that mean he's paying for all of our drinks?
How much is that going to cost me?
We'll find out when I'm done.
Just say in this tavern, a pint is 3 coppers.
Oh, well, yeah,
Oh, that reminds me. You should have 250 gold pieces. Of gear. I think we went over your starting equipment, didn't we? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've still got my 250 because going through the stuff in the shop confused the living shit out of me. So I thought, no.
That's fine. But I'm sure the party will take you shopping if you require them to.
It's fine. Drink first. Make
Yes, going shopping is actually our favorite thing, and we do it.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah.
Drink, friends. I will order some meat. Wench,
Some-
bring us meat.
Did he say meat or mead?
Both.
I think he
Fuck it.
said. Well, that answers that question.
I order wenches and mead. Let's go.
There is a
But
Terry,
we've
the barman,
already
comes
got
over.
Dotton.
there is a very comely dragonborn lass comes over with a
Dibs on the
tray
scaly one.
with a tray laden of various delights of what you get from a tavern, that being basically cooked meat, hunks of bread, and a couple of big jugs of ale.
Kebabs?
They are not kebabs, but you know, if you mention that you want some, she can see whether or not she can make some. She does overhear the dibs on the scaly one comment, and she winks at she winks at you and says, "You'll have to do better than the tiefling can."
I'm a half elf.
I said better.
Come on, we're ageless.
It's no good being horny. I need someone who's actually horny, and she winks.
I just sit,
I don't have a thing.
casually sit back, smirk, and go. No.
Hold on. Can I? Here's how it's do. Can I use my speech with animals to try and charm her?
No, she's a completely sentient being.
What? It was worth a try.
No comments.
The bard's been on one of those pickup sites, isn't he? he's red pilled. Jesus Christ. You're going to have to watch for him.
Bardicmingle.com. Town message board.
No, it's bobs and boobs at messageboard.net.
Yes, of course.
While this is going down, you know, Marcus just focuses on getting the task at hand done.
What? Getting drunk?
How many is he
As
knocked back?
many he can do, yeah, at this point.
Yeah, Perry's not gonna be quite as crazy, but he's definitely knocking a few back.
You know, Marcus is like, Sheila's gone, he doesn't have to be a respectable human being anymore again. He's only doing it because Sheila seemed to be so sweet and he didn't want to screw it up, but now he's like, these guys are just... These guys.
These guys.
Yeah, like
Right.
they get crowds and then they end up getting married, so...
I think it's safe to say that if you're going to be getting that heavily into it, we're going to need a Constitution save from you.
Boyo, happily, ever after, oh fudge. Oh no.
Well, guess who can't handle their drink?
First time
That would be Marcus.
This time I'd be
It's
shite.
it's Marcus. It's Marcus.
Yeah, it's Marcus.
Can I use my prestidigitation to make him like really, really sort of confused that things are like jumping around and moving?
Well, no, I think he's going to be being a bit confused
Yeah.
anyway.
I want to confuse me even more. I want to
Impressive.
fall off his
Take
chin.
the puke out the
I'd
front.
have to say that the 2 days sobriety has really gotten to me.
Right. Actually, I'm just gonna have a quick check of something.
Our mages have
Thank you for that, host baby.
Spell.
DK's
Thank you for the
checking
host, baby.
something,
Yeah.
and he's a DM. It must be bad.
With the party's drinking habits, he's probably got a hangover table or something like that.
A specific dice that says drunk or not drunk on it.
Just for Marcus, though.
We got the carousing table is fucking spectacular, quite frankly.
Yeah, I think we would just go to. Should we? We'll say that he's gotten drunk, and then when it comes around to if you guys want to do some carousing as well, I'll have some other effect on that instead. Yeah, so you can carry on with your drinking stuff. So Marcus is quite happily getting absolutely bladdered. To be perfectly honest,
Positively.
he's negatively getting bladdered.
Negatively.
Says at this point.
As in, like, he concurs.
Yeah. So yeah, he's getting.
Once it gets past the point where he can
rollocked.
order his own drinks, we'll carry him on going until he passes out.
I think that with the amount of drinking he's been doing, that he may pass out relatively quickly. To be fair.
I'm just quite happily sitting here doing a few drinks myself.
Are you planning on? Are you planning to get drunk? Is that the sort of level drinking, or you're just like you're trying to get yourself like a nice happy little buzz, and then you're self-monitoring?
Just self-monitoring, just a nice wee chilled buzz.
Okay. Well, give us a Constitution save anyway. Then, but you've got a much easier DC to not fuck up. But when you're trying to, you're having a few drinks, trying to maintain your buzz. There's always that chance that you have that one too many, and it just this one hits you.
There was that one.
Nah,
rogue
yeah,
spirit
you're
that
absolutely
just hits you
fine.
in the face.
You're absolutely fine. It's like drinking spring water.
He's. Hang on. Is your character Scottish as well? Because it's like drinking spring water anyway.
I've never even thought about that, but yes, no, fucking.
Yeah.
He's a tiefling that was raised by dwarves. Crack on, chap. You'll be fine.
That's why he can drink. That's why he can.
To be fair, right? The story that we came up with for Anakis is that he is a tiefling sorcerer, and his sorcery power comes from draconic lineage. So, because he's tiefling, somewhere in his family history, one of his ancestors was a human-ish person who slept with the devil. And somewhere in his ancestry, because of the dragonborn magic stuff, is a human who slept with would have been a metallic dragon, most likely a metallic dragon. Which means that all of this has now come together in him. This weird hybrid of human, devil, and dragon. And apparently dwarf as well.
He's got steel in his bones and there's iron skin. That's cool. Diggy.
Exactly.
Diggy.
Right. Okay. So yeah, but you're absolutely fine with your drinking. You got no problems at all with your drinking. You can carry on as much as you like, and I may even give you a slight positive benefits if you're doing some carousing later as well. I may skew things in your favour.
Well, after last week, I think it's a bit fair.
Yeah, the fact that you've managed to consistently roll ones, and the first thing you do is roll a crit success on I don't want to get drunk.
And slam it down. Big it up for another round. We didn't get back into the town.
Is everyone else wants to be doing some drinking? Is everyone else going to be getting particularly heavily into their cups, or are we all just going to?
I am going to in doing some light drinking, so I can stay sort of above the party. Because even in real life, I like to be the one that's not pissed at the end of the day because I get to have fun with that.
Okay. Dotan, how heavily was Dotan drinking?
I'm just going to try and keep up with Perry.
The couple that drinks together thinks together. Is it?
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
I suppose Perry should probably roll one.
Let's see what we got here.
See who gets more or less drunk out of the pair of us. Oops.
So yeah, I think so. So all in all, with the exception of actually let's have a Constitution roll from Shadow as well, just in case. So Constitution save. So on your character sheet, whether it says saving throws, let's make sure your character sheet is not in edit mode.
It's not saving throws. Where the hell is that? I gotta find that.
So-
Sorry about this, guy.
got-
Topish left,
Yeah.
second column, and it's a second.
Where it says saving throws. So just click on Constitution.
Click on Constitution. Oh, well.
There you go.
I'm
Wait,
gonna get
'cause-
mildly pissed. Oh no, I'm
You-
fine.
you-
I've
you
got
get-
+5 to charisma.
Yeah, you're gonna be getting a little bit pissed, but you're not losing control of it because you said you weren't gonna be drinking that much. So
I'm merrily
it's
pissed,
yeah,
to be
basically if you've got a
As an elf
good
should be.
you've got a good healthy buzz on you. Just like you're occasionally making a mess of one or two of the chords, but you're kind of working with it, and it's not severe enough that anyone who isn't musically inclined is going to notice.
Eventually, you just end up playing Mr. Brightside over and over and over
No,
again.
I can't play Mr. Brightside. I can. We got some Iggy Pop.
I'm a messenger, and I ride and I ride. I ride through the
There we
city
go.
at night. I see the city's ripped backside. I can't remember the lyrics.
See now,
I think that's the best we've ever done, to be very honest.
now, if I'm right in thinking, because I played a song, everybody gets slightly soothed because of Song of Rest? Question mark.
Well, yeah, we'll count this as, we'll count that as being the song of rest for doing your what's called short rest if you are doing short rest. But I've got a funny feeling you guys weren't planning on going out again today anyway, aside from maybe going out and doing a bit of shopping.
But still, everyone likes a good sleep, don't they?
Yeah.
No, I think I might go down to carousing myself, considering to make up a
Well, no,
sleep.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, doing through the carousing. That one means you're not. I get the feeling that you guys weren't planning on picking up another quest to do today.
No,
No,
Dragon.
we need to take him. Yeah, we're.
now.
I guess we're going shopping while being a bit
Absolutely
buzzed.
wankered.
Absolutely wankered. I like.
We're
it.
absolutely wankered.
We're absolutely wankered, and we have to.
Royally
accept that now.
pissed. That's fine.
Right.
Seek for yourselves. I'm still free.
Right. First port of call, literally. Cut my own throat dibbler in the port. Kebab. Yes,
Agree.
go kebab now.
Let's go get a kebab.
The-
With
Alright.
and
I think
nothing
what
quite
we're
pairs
gonna
up
do
with.
is for a little while. I'm just gonna leave you guys to have some fun and some role play with it. And if you want to do things that you think may require a dice roll, so can we do this or can we find someone that does that? Then just speak up on that bit. But for the most part, I'm going to leave you guys to essentially get to know each other because obviously we have a new player, gets to know the new player a bit better as well, and also getting to know the character. So I'm going to leave you guys to it for a little bit and just listen in and make some notes where I need to.
So, have any of you gotten a kebab from here before?
I haven't.
Yes.
You lead the way.
It was edible.
That's all I need.
So, in approximately half the time it would otherwise take. Head down to cut my own throat dibblers.
Yeah, let's get
Can
some
we
fucking
skip merrily
kebabs.
toward Dibblers then? Just skipping merrily down the street. As a party.
Skipping. Yes.
Linked arms.
There hasn't been enough skipping.
La-di-da-di, hardy-har, we're heading for a kebab. Hey. And in half the time it should have taken, we made it to the kebab shop.
How much?
Oh, in
is
case
the
you're
kebab?
wondering, Shades of Grey is a tattoo parlor as well. In case you're wondering, if any of you think you're going to have a really bad drunken decision.
My character has a tattoo on the back of his hand. He's got a treble clef.
Oh no.
Less a tattoo, more a birthmark, but it's like I
I,
was.
I might go in there and see if they can join some of my scars up and make a picture out of it.
So
Give us
what was this?
actually quickly give us a wisdom save. Dot Ann, let's have a wisdom save.
Right, hang on. Oh,
Yeah, no, you think that maybe wouldn't be a very good idea.
okay. Do we
Can I
know
do
if
anything
this,
that might
You gonna say?
I think, can I do anything that might be able to convince him to get this tattoo out of sheer fun?
Well, I mean, you can try and persuade him.
Alright, I'm gonna
Yeah.
try.
I'll have to roll better than a 22 though
I'll give it a go.
on a charisma.
Well, no, you can use the persuasion skill because if you have the persuasion skill, you can use the persuasion skill. So skills are beneath saving throws.
Yeah, I think I get +4 to persuasion.
Oh,
Could be daunting.
So,
Still needs to be a good roll, mind you.
Alright, well, I'm going to give it a go anyway. I'm going to lean in close to Doton and go. I'm going to say to him, so
Huh?
I think you really want to get this tattoo, don't you? You really do. Whispering sweet
I'm
magic.
not sure this is a good idea.
Oh, well, never mind. I didn't manage to convince him.
Huh?
Ah!
I tried. He wavered slightly.
I'm standing back listening here, like, I might get in on this. I want to see if I can convince him as well, just for shits and giggles.
Oh my god.
Right, Dotan is about to start fucking walking around with her shirt undone.
I agree.
She's been misgendered and she's starting to not enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm going to roll persuasion.
She's got fucking daggers.
Wait, weren't we supposed to be going shopping right about now?
We're having a drunk
Don't worry about it.
kerfuffle. Leave us alone.
Drunken kerfuffles.
Hang on, are you trying to convince Kazangon, because you'll probably get a bonus because you're hubby, but are you trying to convince me to
Get
get this tattoo or not get it?
No, get it.
Right, okay.
Get it.
No,
Right.
Perry's the hubby. Perry would get advantage on the persuasion roll either way. Whichever way he wants to go, Perry would get advantage to persuade you. As would you get advantage to persuade him of anything.
Right. Okay.
It's a good system. Perry is going to recommend that we eat more kebabs instead.
Right.
Let's say that doesn't. You don't really need a persuasion roll for that. That's just a smart idea.
Yeah. Let's go eat, friends.
Let's split some of this booze up with a kebab. It's not a shop. It's a scrawny dude stood behind a stall and an odd smell, like in a 20-foot radius around it.
I'll do.
There don't seem to be
Accurate
many
smell
rats about.
radius.
Yeah. That's one thing. One thing you do know is that because Cubby Throat Dibbler's kebab cart, it is on the waterfront, but for some strange reason there doesn't seem to be any rats around at all.
For some strange.
To be fair, there is rat on a stick on the menu, so
Yep.
it's not like he tries to hide it.
With ketchup.
That changes everything.
Well, that reminds me. I need to change my gold amount because I bought drinks. I don't know how much that all that cost yet.
Tell you what, because of how drunk you guys got, all in all, let's just say it's in total it's cost you, because it's about total of 6 silver. So
Right.
it's 10 silvers to a gold.
Okay, so I've now got 24.4 gold.
Wait, is he buying us all kebabs?
I can do. I'm splashing the cash. I'm feeling special. Go for it. Why not?
At this point, Marcus is so screwed by the alcohol. He's standing there, just staring forward, waiting for things to do.
Perry's gonna sniff his kebab a little and then just like offer it to Totten. Here you go.
I just
I'm
take
sorry.
my kebab, look at it and go, I'm hungry enough. Start eating away.
Yeah. Marcus just eats without thinking.
What is this? A kebab for ants?
Dogtan will take the extra one.
it tastes
deep-throat
fine.
It, pull the stick out of her mouth.
I like the fact that the instant words you chose to use were to deep throat it. That was that was special.
Perry gives a thumbs up.
It's like sword swallowing, but
Should roll a dexterity roll for that to make sure you don't stab yourself in the back of the throat.
Seems a little cruel.
I've got a funny feeling it's something that she's used to doing, to be perfectly honest.
fair
So
enough.
we'll just let that one go where it goes.
Just
yeah, it's in my feet somewhere.
Just a cantrip of can deep throat.
There's like chosen domain is black sofa.
I've decided that in my drunken stupor, I'm going to sort of try and do some mild acrobatics on a wall close to the seafront.
Oh, well, let's have a performance on that then, as opposed to the acrobatics roll. Let's have a performance because that seems like something you're trying. It seems like you are trying to show off to your newfound allies.
Likes to show off. It's what I do. Right.
So let's have a performance then.
I got-
Well, you have a bit of a tumble, and you manage to
play it off like a
stick the landing, but you graze your knee at the same time. But you hope that no one's noticed.
Can I roll perception to see if I've noticed?
You can roll perception at disadvantage because you're fucked.
It's fine by me. I'm a healer, so if he hurts himself, I want to make sure that I'm healing.
I don't like the sound of this. I don't want a drunken medic.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
I think you have noticed. What was that?
Oh,
That must
fuck.
be. Yes, you were on a 17 and an 18. So yeah, that's
Okay.
Try
Marcus
to
is
run away
like, come
from the
here,
drunken
and I
medic.
try and put my hand on his knee.
Can I like try and run away from the drunken medic trying to haphazardly heal me?
Come here. Come here. Come here.
Yeah. Oh.
Hit.
I think maybe a little bit of a. Let's treat it as a grapple, shall we?
It's
Let's treat.
wrong to
Let's treat it as a grapple. So that's like Mickey's doing it'll be a strength or athletics to try and grab hold of you, and you're doing either athletics or acrobatics to either just overpower or dodge out the way of.
Right, I'm gonna go with acrobatics because I get better for acrobatics.
Ah.
I don't need to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Hey!
It's basically the rest of the party is just watch. But the rest of the party is just watching like the shittest display of manliness on the beachfront, on the waterfront, as you're eating your kebabs.
I'm
It's
just,
like-
I'm still munching on kebabs. No,
I
it's
see
not
you
bleeding.
No,
You better let me heal you.
I'm
not
just
happening.
here watching, trying not to laugh my arse off at this point, basically.
Just absolute insanity. It's brilliant.
In fact, can I fuck with them even more and just cast a minor illusion just to really fuck with their minds?
What minor illusion
I
would you like
was
to
gonna go
cast?
I was going to cast dancing lights to distract him with something shiny.
I
Let's
don't
see
have time. Minor illusion, let me think.
Because basically, minor illusion is something that is not more than a 5-foot cube. So essentially, you can like summon up an image. The maximum is like an image of a person, essentially.
Summons up the scaly waitress.
There we go.
But
Minor illusion.
now, I don't
Stop.
think it can
Come
move,
here.
can it? Minor illusion. A sound or an image or of an object within range. Object. It protect it, attack it. Object.
Stop.
The illusion also ends if you dismiss it an action. When you create a sound, its volume can range from remove. So if you create an image of an object, such as a chair, muddy footprints, or a small chest, it must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. We'll say that she's short enough. You know, we'll fluff it. The image can't create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect. Physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass through it. If a creature uses action to examine the sound or image, the creature can determine that it's an illusion. Okay. So there is Let's say that she's standing there with the whole like one dropped hip sort of thing, hand on hip, in that pose. And if you can't work out what that pose is, I pity you.
I am going to crouch down into a pouncing position and jump directly at it.
You pass through. Hang on a second. Wait, hang on a
side of the illusion.
To this.
Hang on a
I need
second.
a dex saving roll for that to see if I don't smash my face on something.
You really do need a dexterity saving throw because she was
Okay.
she was standing next to Cupman and Dibber's cart. You're okay. You managed to like turn it into like a half pike sort of thing and just like sail through the gap on the cart. You know, like where you got like the cart where it's all the stuff's cooking and then like the lid of it to keep the rain off. You just like sail through that gap.
What? Hang on. If I'm still like midair at this point, can I like try and grab a rat stick off the party?
Sleight of hand.
Right. Yes. Okay. Right. I'm gonna do a
Sleight
I'm
of
gonna
hand.
do that then. I'm gonna do that.
You get yourself another kebab, and he hasn't noticed it, that it's gone.
So I'm now standing there, all proud of myself, still really confused at why the scaly mistress disappeared. Thinking, fuck it, I have meat.
I think does it actually disappear when it goes through, when you pass through as you just pass through? I think it actually disappears, doesn't it? It's still there. It's still there.
It's only
It doesn't.
me that knows it's a thing. Now it's
still-
only me that
Well, anyone else who saw this, I think you at this point you can do an investigation check to see whether or not you can see what it is, because you've just seen someone pass through it. I'll give you all advantage on that investigation check.
Balances out for me.
Because the reason I'd say that is because if you weren't drunk, if none of you had been drinking, then it'd just be a case of all you just seen this person pass through it and gone like, well, fuck me, that's an illusion. But because you all are a little bit drunk, a little bit hazy, you've got that moment of like, what in the fuck is what? Did she dodge? So what is your spell save DC?
Who?
Anarchus is. I think it's supposed to DC. Isn't your supposed to DC like 16 or something? 15. Yeah. Okay. So.
Wait, I think I clicked the wrong one. I
Yeah.
did.
I don't even know where to check that. So
It's fine.
Oh,
I've
it's
checked it. It's
worse.
15. Hey, Key. It's DC's 15. All of you basically just see this happen, and you think that she's just deftly stepped out the way.
Fucking ninja.
You'll think that she saw him coming and just like dodged out the way, and he just managed to pull it off. Because the illusion is still there.
I think I like my character. It's fun.
oh, love it.
So, in the audience, just so you're aware that today is a bit more of a relaxed session because of, we had, you know, it's not been the best week for a lot of us. So yeah, we're having a nice relaxed session. We've got a new member in the party, someone that I've been hanging around for a little while now, who wants to get back into playing some D&D. So I'm giving him the opportunity because I'm a dirty enabler.
I'm enjoying this so far.
Yeah, so today's
Feeling
session is
pretty
going to be today's session is going to be quite relaxed, a little bit of fun for us, but we may end up having some serious roles as well coming up, but not likely to be honest. But yeah, so the party, they're all getting to know each other at this point. They're getting to know each other. Yeah, so
She talked to someone about her eye.
Dutton can go. And who does she want to talk to? What would she like to do about her eye or lack thereof?
I can't remember who it was I was talking to now. I think it might have been Kazak. Kazak? The tinkerer.
Kazak is basically, he essentially owns, to all intents and purposes, a magic hospice shop. It's like Oxfam for magic items.
Yes, it was Kazak.
It's the easiest way to describe his shop.
Scrolls for pounds.
Yeah.
Scrolls for
Yeah, I wanna go and talk to Kazak because I mentioned to Kazak that I was on the lookout for something that I could replace.
Possibly. We'll have to see how it goes. It's quite likely, to be honest. Bless you.
Thank you.
Alright, so we're on our way. Half the time because
Yeah, no, because you're all a little bit drunk, I'm not going to let you have that half-time thing straight away. Let's have a survival roll from Dotan first to see whether or not they actually are fully aware of their ability.
No.
No.
I tell you what, we do go half the time, but we go half the time in the wrong direction, exactly twice as far as we would have had to go otherwise.
Yeah. So what you've done is instead of going on sort of like I'm just gonna freehand this one. So instead of going on like a sort of a route that takes you up around this area and off and around where you'd need to go through to get to Darius's elixirs, you've kind of gone off and around this way and then over here and around this places here, and then you get to the middle of the funerary area, and you're like, oh shit, whoops.
live and let die.
Manage to find yourself like a nice little ferry to take you across the river, and then you get to where you need to go to.
We don't remember any of that though. That was Beer Scooter.
I was going to say, like, while we're on the
Oops, did we do
boat,
that?
I am again, if we're still on the boat, I am again going to acrobat on the side of something thin. It's my like to show off thing coming in again. So
Yeah, just
is
gonna
that
take out the rest of these.
performance or dexterity?
It'll be because of why you're doing it, the nature of it. I think it'd be performance again, to be honest.
Alright, cool, let's go. Hey, that'll do. I succeed, kind of.
You don't fall in the water, but you've possibly done yourself another little injury. Like you stick the landing, and everyone says, "Oh yeah, well done. It's very good, very good." And as you go to walk away and you turn away, like you take a little bow, it becomes very apparent that you've ripped the seam at the back of your pants.
Okay, so I've now got to walk with one hand behind my back. That's a disadvantage. Cool. Can we go to the clothes shop?
There's a few clothes shops in the area. Yeah.
Cool. Have to do that then because I've wrecked my armor.
No, it's not even ripped your armor. It's just like the breeches underneath. Your armor's fine.
Alright, cool. for that.
Yeah, you're not at any greater risk or anything. You've mildly embarrassed.
And you might catch a breeze, but apart from that,
No, you guys might catch a breeze.
Contact rear. Yeah, so you get to Kazakhs, and there is the this quite familiar store of it's a dwarf working there, and he's quite a genial professional sort of fellow. And is the people that are the patrons of his store, as they're going along the shelves looking at these various items, trinkets and things like that. He's going to them. Not you get the feeling that he's not like one of those pushy salespeople that's like rocks up and is like, "Hi there, what are you interested in today? How can I? Do you want the warranty on that?" He's not that sort of guy. More okay, he's like, "Hello guys, how you doing? Is anything taking your interest? Okay, well, if you've got any question or anything at all, just give me a wave. I'll be back over." And he's only with people for like 20-30 seconds at a time. He's just like he seems to be the conscientious shop owner. He just wants to make sure that all of his patrons are doing okay. And every now and then he'll stop for about 5-10 minutes with a customer, and it's someone who's asked him a question, or maybe it's one of his friends. It's a regular who comes in and sees his stuff and comes in. You get the feeling that he's well liked. He's not a pushy sort of person.
As the party goes in, I'll go in first, and I'll turn to them as everyone else comes in through the door, gather them up, and I will say, "Don't fucking touch anything."
I'd like to look on the shelves.
As you say that, I start reaching out and touching everything just to be a dick.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I knew that'd happen.
No, see, I'd just like to see what's on the shelves. See if there's
there are a number of small signs, basically like little A5 pieces of wood with multiple scripts and languages on which are written the same message on all things, which is all magical items where possible are deactivated.
Okay. Can I try and roll a stealth roll to try and activate one of them?
No, because you don't actually have that ability.
Oh no, right, never mind then. Okay.
There, because that's more of there is a thing that rogues can do when they reach a high enough level that gives them the ability to use any magical item. But a lot of magical items, you either you need to have them attuned to you, or you need to know their activation word. The majority of magical items don't just turn on. You need to know what a base cannon.
Yes. Can I get a base cannon? Probably.
What's a base cannon?
As in.
Oh right, no.
No. Never mind.
But he has got basically it's a lot of it. It's varying types of minor magical paraphernalia, and also it's things like alchemy kits and the other various toolkits that you can get. So things like there are small sets of things for jewelers' tools, sets of smithing tools, but obviously there's no anvil with a set of smithing tools. It's all the smithing tools, but not. You would still need to have a workshop to work in as a smith, but it gives you the bundle of the tongs, hammer, and everything you would need for that sort of stuff with it. So it's a lot. This is the sort of place where you can find the regular sort of stuff you would get from the equipment list, but also then a few other things as well. So some of the minor magical items too. So what you may find is I'll give you an example. One of the things that has been brought in here before is a drift globe that is slightly damaged, and you can no longer cast the daylight spell with it, and it doesn't float. So essentially, it is a heatless torch.
Yeah.
So it's things of that sort of ilk.
Is there one that does float?
An actual drift globe.
Yes.
Let's have a look, shall we? Shall we see what he's got available? Well, he does see you going along the show. He saw that all of you came in together and seemed to be were spending some time talking to each other, and he surmises that you are a single group. And as he comes over, introducing himself, he's like, "Oh, good morning. Sorry, good afternoon. We are now, aren't we? Good afternoon. My name is Kazakh. This is my store. How are you all doing today?
Hello again.
Yes.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?"
Yeah, since I'm the least drunk at the moment, and I know what's going on. I'm going other than Don. I'm going to say we're looking for a replacement eye for one of our party members, as they have lost it in a very, very heinous accident. So if you have anything along that...
I remind Kazakh that we spoke about it before.
But, oh yes, I remember you coming in to see me before. Remind me again, how did you lose it?
Gardening.
Sad music.
Right, well, I mean, I did say I'd have a look for it. I'd keep an eye
Don't
out.
say it.
I'd keep an eye out. I can't resist
an
it.
eye out.
Come on, I'm only dwarven. I can't resist it. Anyway, I did say I'd keep a look for see anything there was be of any use for you. And I mean, I'll be honest, I've not found anything that is as magical, but I found a selection of rather nice quality replacements, ones like glass eye, jeweled eye sort of things you can use. But I haven't found anything that's enchanted. Well, certainly nothing you could afford. Nothing that's enchanted in this way at the moment.
What are we talking in terms of cash?
Well, an enchanted one. Well, I have got.
I mean, I'd be happy with a glass eye with a scrying spell on it, quite frankly.
With a scrying.
Maybe one that just acts like a normal eye. Got one of those. That could be very helpful.
Bear with me just a moment, because the DM needs to quickly check the spell list and see what sort of off the cuff magic item he can create for you.
Well, while that happens, Marcus is gonna scoot over to Perry and kind of just be like, Perry,
What?
I don't think we handed in the money.
Well, not for a scrying eye, but maybe for just, a
The
normal
money
replacement.
for the plants.
Oh no, you're right, we didn't.
We need to go to the bank.
Oh yeah. We also need to bring our money wagon.
Wait, there's a money wagon?
Yeah, it's got a blue horse.
That's what that is.
Yes, it's our money wagon.
But I should say, well, Sheila did take the horse with her to begin with, to be the horse that drags around her flower cart for her current business of being a flower salesperson.
Oh no, so it's not got a blue horse anymore.
Well, it's currently she has it, and she's actually let's see if she's nearby.
Does our cart not have any horse for it then?
Yeah, no, you did see her in the market district as you were traveling here.
That's okay. Anyway,
Doing okay.
I mean, Dotton, scrying may be a little optimistic. How about we just get you one that acts like a normal eye?
Well, as I say, it depends on how much
But
it
the thing,
is.
if I'm just gonna go for a normal eye, I'll
get it.
I mean,
get it healed.
an eye with the
Can't get
ability
myself
to cast, an eye that will give you the ability to cast scrying of any type. I mean, that's
Well,
I mean,
not even,
scry-
I don't even need to cast scrying. I just need to have scrying cast on it so that I can maybe take it out and leave it somewhere and still carry on looking through it.
right. So
I say we
Not
roll it underneath the
scrying.
scale.
Are you look? That's not quite what scrying does, but I know the sort of thing you're looking for. That's called a thieves' eye. And a thieves' eye is not really something that I would be at liberty to sell or even have any information about.
Well,
But I can tell you this:
And
a thieves' eye that would work in that sort of range would be an incredibly rare item. It'd probably cost you upward of 5,000 gold pieces.
right, something to save for. Okay. In the meantime, I think I'll probably just go to a healer as the cheapest option. See if I can get my.
I'm
you
pretty
may
sure
well
the
find
cheapest option is a replacement eye.
as I said, you could use a diamond.
Well,
That
I mean,
is not the cheapest option.
have you not just considered having your some form of restoration magic cast upon you?
Yeah, if I can't find anything interesting to stick in there instead, I'll have someone magically grab my eye back probably.
I was going to say, does it class as like a wound?
It's removal of a body part, so it takes regenerate, which is of the same level as scrying.
Well, I've
Yeah.
only got cure wounds, unfortunately.
In terms
That's
of restoration, I'm not that good either.
Yeah, rejuvenate is a 7th level spell. You don't get it until level 13.
Yeah, regenerate. Well, see, the thing is, I'm trying to work out because there's regenerate and there's no, it wouldn't work.
Regenerate
Yeah,
is
it is
very
regenerate,
high
yeah.
level.
Yeah, it is regenerate because I was gonna say
And,
that the rejuvenate doesn't seem to be in this list anymore.
Yeah, it's not rejuvenate, it's regenerate. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, versus say an Ursat's eye, which is a magical item that is that just like acts like a normal eye. It's really useful. Is a common magic item, so it's like on the same level as a basic health potion. Whereas regenerate is a 7th level spell.
Yeah, it's a little
Like
bit.
nobody knows.
I was just trying to have a quick look through and think like, is there a way that we can? Nah, it's not gonna work.
Okay. I know you've probably thought of this, but I mean, it would look great, but an eye patch with a skull on it.
I mean, I could probably provide. I could source. I could source an eye that would work for you magically, but the thing is, they're not the sort of thing that I come across that commonly. So I could probably try and source one for you, but it may take me some time.
Yeah, that's what we said. That's what we said last time. Remember? Have you had any leads since we last spoke?
Well, I did have a bit of a lead on something, which is there's a few items you can get. They're kind of like an engineer's set of goggles. Hey Daffle, fuck's sake! Did you like that trailer? Did you? I did it just for you. And they're like engineer's goggles, like the stuff that gnomes wear a lot, but they're magical items that do various different things to it. And I was looking to see if there's a way to have maybe like one of the lenses from those turned into an eye or something for you. But I'm waiting for my contact to get back to me to see if that is the sort of thing that can be done.
A monocle, a tinkerer's monocle.
Well, essentially, but instead of
Yes.
it being something you would hold to your face, it would be he motions like using a thumb to like do like an eye gouging, but not. He's like got a bit of a distasteful look in his face.
Is there some
Right after
way
that.
that we can like speed up the process of his contact getting back to him in any way, or is this just him holding out on us?
No, this is he's having to. He does have contacts of other adventurers who go out and do things like they'll chase up leads for certain magical items. A lot of time, people they'll get a lead on a magical item. And they're like, you know what, this is going to be quite a dangerous thing. We're not going to go off and do this thing unless there's a reason for us to go and do it, because the actual worth of this item is not enough for the risk for us to go and investigate it unless we know it's definitely there. But then if someone says to you, I'm looking for one of these, I've got a buyer, I'm commissioning the seeking of one of these items, then people are more likely to go, okay, well now we've got a reason, an actual reason to go out and try and find this item. So there are magical items that are around that are known of, or that are rumoured to exist to experienced adventurers, but they won't go chasing them down unless there is a commission for them.
Okay, so how about we put out an ad with a reward price?
Right, okay, because that is basically what I've already done, but by all means feel free to put out one yourself as well, so long as you
let me
can
know if
actually
you're doing it.
afford to pay the reward.
How much are you
How
offering?
could we offer money to you to add to the original one you've put out?
Well,
just for a great more of an incentive.
I've put out some feelers for it at the moment to see if anyone has, if there is anyone who's heard of an item that they believe is going to be worthwhile going for, and then they're going to come back to me with the minimum that they would be willing to accept to go and get that item.
Okay.
So I'm waiting to find out if there is actually anything in the pipeline of places that people are going to be going to. And then once I know what's going on with that bit, then it's the next stage of like, well, how much will it cost me to have you go and gather that item? So it's like, first of all, we have the researchers who go off and they go through the books and they work out where things are. And then they tell the adventurers, and the adventurers decide how much they would charge for that job. And then they talk to me and they decide whether or not I'm willing to pay that amount. Or if there's the things in particular that I'm looking for, I can say to the researchers, I need one of these, don't matter the cost, or whatever it is. So we go for that. There's a few different ways of doing it.
Thank you for your help, Kazakh.
Yes, thank you.
If I do find out anything, as I said, I'll send you a message. Daftball, I think you're gonna have to fight Jem for that one, to be honest.
I think Jem might win that one as well.
Yeah.
I mean, what do I not have a standing in the situation at all?
Why would you?
Fair point. Break my heart. That's okay.
So I'm just flicking through the DMG, see if there's anything that I can like justify speeding this up as being an item that he would actually already have access to provide these sorts of things.
If you've got Xanathars, Ursat's eyes are again super fucking common.
Let's see exactly how common they are.
They're in the like common magic items.
Because I still haven't had that much of a look through the
common magic items are great fucking fun. There's like a tankard of sobriety, which will just render any drink that's put into it non-alcoholic.
That could be useful for making money.
You could have. Oh my god.
Yeah, yes.
There's a cloak of billowing as a bonus action. You can cause the cloak to billow dramatically.
I think I need one of those.
I found a necklace. The one that I gave a necklace to my monk once, and it creates a small like tornado around you, similar to that of like when in Dragon Ball Z you're powering up and you're like everything blows everywhere.
Cast-off armor, which is heavy armor that can be removed as an action. So it's stripper armor, basically.
Yeah, can you do it piece by piece?
Like magical girl stripping. Like you pose one arm, armor flies off. Pose the other arm, armor flies off.
Exactly.
Boom.
Groin punch, armor flies off.
Heward's handy spice pouch. Let's not.
Yes, Heward's handy spice pouch.
Yes.
Is that like powdered Scotch bonnet mushrooms, peppers in a pouch?
It's you can take a pinch of the spices in the pouch to flavor.
So the belt appears empty and has 10 charges. While holding the pouch, you can use an action to expend one of its charges, speak the name of any non-magical food seasoning, such as salt, pepper, saffron, or cilantro, and remove a pinch of the desired seasoning from the pouch. A pinch is enough to season a single meal. The pouch regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. Yeah.
What book's this from?
Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It says, Unbreakable Arrow seems to be quite interesting.
Anyway, what I was looking at for Dotton was Ursa's Eye.
So, well, I mean, that is an item that I've been asking around for, and there's so many things that's got something going, but I should be able to get one of those in for you at the moment. I've taken a bit of a guess from because it's a group that I've worked with before, and taking a bit of a guess on this bit based on prior engagement. It's probably going to cost you about 100 gold.
I think I can
all told. But I won't charge you yet, obviously. But if I do get one in, then I'll put it to one side with your name on it. I should be able to find out. I'll be able to find out probably Saturday morning. I should know. Well, if I can get one, it'll be here. If I can get one, it'll be here Saturday morning.
Perfect. But in the meantime, more interestingly, if there's ever anything that you are looking out for, let us know, and we can. And if you know where something might be, then you can always give us a shout, and we'll go looking for you.
Oh, hey, certainly. Yeah, he pulls out a small leather-bound notebook, and he flips through to the back page. Hey, yeah, but just make a note of your adventure license numbers, because I'll make sure I get them all put through to your name.
We'll come back to you on that. We're not licensed yet. I think that's coming up.
All right. Are you Silver Talon guys?
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
I'm a Newman. I am a Newman.
Fantastic! Good luck with that. I'm guessing because you must be halfway through your initiation by now. Then.
Presumably, yes.
We
Well-
assume so. We kind
well,
of
good
lost track of time. But,
Good
yeah.
luck. I'm sure you'll all be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine. Just remember, don't let the bastards drag you down. You'll be absolutely fine. And but as I say, if you pop back Saturday morning, and if I've got one of those eyes, we'll sort out the deal for you then.
Bit pissed. Remind me, what day is it today?
I believe you're on your Wednesday, possibly Wednesday,
Are we still on
Thursday.
Wednesday? I thought we were on Thursday.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. You're on your Thursday. It's the Saturday group are on their Wednesday. You're on your Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, so this is your Thursday afternoon evening is for yourself, sir.
And when's the? Wait, why am I doing that character? Where's the test again?
You're traveling back to the guild hall on Sunday afternoon is when you're traveling back.
Oh, okay. I thought we had something special planned for tomorrow, but I think I'm getting things mixed up.
I've got something special planned for tomorrow.
Well, there was a cooking contest, but Sheila has left, and she really wanted to do it.
I mean, we could always just spend the entire day carousing.
So let's wander around town and see if there's any menial jobs that we can do just to pass time.
Oh, hold on. There's a message board.
Yeah,
That's where we got the last several jobs.
Wait, are we doing?
Although I think all the
we-
good ones have been taken, but you never know.
We're all good for menial jobs. This is This has been a life the last week. It's in the handouts under minor jobs list.
Slay 20 wolves, herbalist. We've done that one. You did that one.
So one of the other parties.
Some of the jobs have been taken by other parties. That's the thing. This is the nature of all the groups being active in the same persistent world. Is that some jobs get picked up by other people. So some of the jobs were single hit. Some of the jobs are repeat ones that could be done again and again.
I see ones that say secret. Let's do that one. I want to know the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
You're
You
right.
want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Yes.
I'm just looking on what.
Tavern duty. I'm sure that's new. That wasn't there last time.
Yes.
was it?
Oh, yes, it was.
What's that one?
Tavern duty.
avoided that one.
Bouncers.
Yeah, tavern duty's been there since the start.
I
You've
don't think
had.
I'm quite
Never
well
noticed that
made
before.
to be a bouncer. Does this count as a long rest, by the way, DK? I've been meaning to ask.
If you're going to be here for the duration, then yes, it'll be a long rest. If you're planning on going out and doing something else, then it'll be a short rest. Because a long rest is 8 hours, of which you've spent at least 6 doing
So if we
bugger
do
all.
a job, that'll be a short rest or a long rest.
If you're doing one of the jobs that involves like something like tavern duty, then you can have a short rest. If you're doing one of the jobs that involves actually going out and doing something, then it doesn't count as a rest of any type at all.
Okay, brilliant. But I don't know when I get my beast shapes back.
You'll be getting your B shapes. You'll be getting your B.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be. It's reliably you'll be getting your B shapes back the next day. Usually, is usually how it works.
Yeah. It's the short rest too. So if we do the
You can get it
basically,
on
if
short
we do the
rest.
tavern duty, I'd have to do it as a bear because I'm not very strong, as you might have guessed.
I have a question.
Well, hold on. All you need to do is like balance trays. It'll be fine.
Yeah, to be fair, tavern duty doesn't mean being a bouncer. It could be standing behind the bar serving drinks.
I can make medicines. Drinks must be similar.
Perry is already concerned about how this is going
I
to
can
go.
work on entertainment.
Well, okay, let's do tavern duty, guys. Come on.
Oh, wait. If they have a spare guitar, Perry's proficient.
Oh, not dueling guitars.
I can just.
Oh no, not dueling. We're gonna do like
Marcus has
let's
already
get
left
a.
for the-
There's a lot of noise. It's a lot of voices all at once.
Marcus has just already strolled off towards the tavern for duty.
Okay, do you know where you're going?
No.
Because all the note
is-
says is a new tavern opened on the waterfront.
He's gonna walk along the waterfront.
Okay, so you're heading back to the waterfront again, because don't forget you're currently at Kazakh's.
I'm gonna follow behind him, just strumming away.
Let's go. Yes, I'm gonna head back to the waterfront. I'll go to the waterfront that I know about, which is the kebabs area.
Okay, so you can head off in that direction.
Yep.
I just shrug it.
In the meantime, does it say, it says on the waterfront, do we have an exact location for it?
No, this is the note only. The note is quite badly written.
Just
The
says
note
the
as well.
waterfront,
It's just
right.
there's new tavern on the waterfront.
I smell
Um,
crap.
Let's go looking for this new tavern on the waterfront.
Tavern on the water. It sounds like an old.
Okay,
TV.
so who's going to the waterfront? Is the party splitting or are you all staying together?
No, I'm gonna follow along to the waterfront.
Yeah.
I guess we're all going, yeah.
Marcus is leading party.
Okay, dokes. Kev, what are you doing?
I'm just shrugging like, fuck it, I'll go along, I suppose.
You're going along as well.
Nothing better to do.
Okay, dokes. So you can all head down to the waterfront. What do you want to do once you're there?
Okay.
I'm going to investigate the area, see if I can find a sign of this new pub.
Oh,
that
okay. Give us.
supposedly exists.
Let's put it as you're asking around because that looking for a sign could be a little bit weird. So let's say
Yeah,
your
I meant a
investigation is
sign as in,
asking.
like some semblance of seeing the thing.
Yeah.
Let's
okay.
just ask for directions.
Okay.
Yes.
Now,
So
remember, let Perry do the talk.
oh god. Right. Yeah. So yeah, with a bit of, it doesn't take too much. With a little bit of asking around, you are directed to a place called the Black Manatee. As a few people say that it's the new pub that appears to have opened up on the front. It seems to be getting quite a lot of business. It's only been open for about 3 or 4 weeks, but it seems to be getting quite a bit of business as the drinks are cheap and the wenches are comely.
I want a scaly one.
But you'll need to get there and find out if there are any scaly ones.
Okay. To the bar.
To the bar.
Wow.
Okay. So you're heading to the Black Manatee, and it is.
Black Manitou.
The black manatee, and it's the theme of the bar seems to be that of a
black manatee?
no, it's a very nautical sort of theme. So it's like they're hanging up on the walls of things like it seems to be like that stereotypical sort of like sailors sort of tavern. So there are things hanging on the walls, things
I'll
like
fit right in with my one fucking eye.
it's like storage nets and things that are hanging up on the walls and everything for it. There's the chandelier is a ship's wheel. You know, it's every trope you can think of for a tavern owned by a sea captain is there. And standing behind the bar, there is a rather large and stocky half orc, a female half orc, who's pulling some pints and handing them off to patrons. There's also
precisely what it is. Sorry, can I just ask precisely what it is that allows us to tell that it is a female half orc? I mean, is there like
lipstick,
like bows,
Boobs?
Lipstick.
like
the lipstick, and the boobs,
There's
yeah,
always something.
yeah, the lipstick and the boobs.
Right, okay.
I am going to.
Well,
bowl up to
let
the
me
bar.
finish,
Well,
because
come
there is
finish,
also a very frazzled-looking white dragonborn, who's there, and he's pulling pints as well, and not seeming. He seems to be a little bit stressed. There is a couple of not unpretty female humans that are running back and forth, serving drinks and waiting tables, as well as a quite attractive tiefling as well.
Have I sobered up yet?
No.
Fuck.
So can we? do
Yes.
stuff?
Yes.
Cool. Because I am going to bowl up to the bar like an absolute badass. Bearing in mind, I'm a half elf and I'm fucking tiny because I've got more human than elf in me. I'm just tiny.
No. Elves are smaller in D&D.
Oh, okay, then fine. I'm fucking
Considerably.
tiny. So,
especially
tiny little thing.
especially drow. Drow are like barely taller than dwarves. It's
Yeah, right.
hilarious.
So I bowl up to the bar like an absolute badass, hop up, sort of climb and clamber up onto this fucking 8-foot stool, and look at the half orc in the face and say, "Bar woman, I demand your finest mead and your scaliest wench."
My meat is too strong for you, traveler.
She just sort of looks at you, leans down on the bar, so she's goes like, "We don't serve mead. We've got ales and we've got 2 house wines I'll say 2 house wines because they came from 2 different places, but I'm fairly sure they're the same stuff. And the nearest thing I'm going to get to a scaly wench is going to be that pretty thing there. She points to the female tiefling that's working there. And she does wink at you and sachets away to continue serving drinks.
Can I walk up to the bar and say, "Excuse me, we're looking to take up the offer to helping us, the tavern." Yes.
Well, we're pretty well staffed at the moment tonight.
Friend is... Oh, no. Okay.
We're pretty well staffed for the night. I can probably do. I can put one of you behind the bar and one of you out running tables, but that's going to be about it.
I can make potions. I'm not quite sure about my ability to mix drinks, but if it's just pouring the drinks, I should be fine.
It'll be pouring the drinks, and if you mention potions anywhere near the drinks, I'm going to throw you out.
I will not make any potions near the drinks.
Right, good.
I just casually look around and think, go, fuck it, I'm just going to drink some more. You guys can fight amongst yourselves for who's going to work.
Right, I'm going to use my sleight of hand to appear a gold piece, slip it daintily into the half-orc's cleavage, and say, "I will take your mead and walk off." Yeah, take your drink and your woman.
I would like to also interject.
She watches the coin disappear and goes like, "Well, that's not the sort of woman that she is. She's working here the same way as your people want to."
I just wanted to chat. See,
well, you'll have to try and persuade her yourself, my friend.
Okay, with that,
Terry is laughing.
With that, I take my mug of ale and I wander off towards the tiefling and say, "How are you this fine?"
I would like.
I'm not going to do Dakota's voice. Her southern accent is. I can't do a southern accent.
Wait a minute, I can do this one.
All right, let's go, boy.
Thing is, bear in mind. Okay, something I want to make perfectly clear to you. This other person that you're speaking to, the tiefling you're speaking to, is another player.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just want to. And I'll make another thing very clear to you. She is very, very good in combat.
That's fine.
And you can take one look at her. You can take one look at her and realize that she really knows how to handle herself, and probably you as well.
That's fine. I still do it.
Okay. I just want you to be prepared.
Okay. I just say hello.
Her tail is very dexterous.
Ooh.
Oh baby!
Say hello and just very, very politely. How are you this fine evening?
I'm fine but busy.
Well, then
I'm fine but busy.
If you ever want to chat, I'm over in the corner. I go sit in the corner, sort of really downtrodden because I've basically just been outright rejected. So I'm just like.
Well, she's trying to earn her wage. She's trying to earn her pay. All right. Okay. So right. So
start singing and playing all over.
Who wants to work and who's carousing? Because I say you're carousing.
Intrigued to work. He tries to interject straight after the whole cleavage thing. He tries to interject. He goes, "I might have appeared with them. And they're all lovely people, but please do not judge me for what he just did. He's new to the group."
Well, she doesn't seem to be that displeased about it. I mean, she just got a gold coin out of it, so she's not exactly upset. She's just a little bit nonplussed. So you want to work? That's fine. So we'll put you behind the bar then. Does someone want to be waiting tables, or are the rest of you just going to spend the time carousing?
Do they not need someone on the door?
I think I can wait tables.
Well, yeah, they say they can take someone. Yeah, she says, "Well, there's space for someone to stand outside, and I can always shout out for you if you need it."
I'm
up for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the waiting tables thing because I feel like that's something that my character would do in quite a flashy kind of way.
Okay.
Or at least try and do it in a flashy kind of way.
I guess Perry and
Bill and have to pay for.
That's I won't do
Perry and Dotton gonna stand outside at the door.
What's up with that?
Yeah, she's gonna be.
With the biddies, thank you for them biddies, my friend. Thank you for the biddies, Daftball. So. Just so I'm clear on this, so Dutton and Perry want to go on the door. You're going to have Marcus is going to be on the bar. Anakis is going to go carousing, and we're going to have like waiting tables and also I need to get used to the fact they've got a new name, which is Azra. Waiting tables and playing some music is going to be Azra.
Yeah. And for all your lovely services, I will play you an instrumental version of the greatest guitar song ever, Wonderwall.
God damn it!
Is he doing this in game? Is he playing Wonderwall in the bar?
Yes.
Yeah. He already warned me he'd be doing this sort of stuff.
Part of me wants Marcus to
Feels.
This is where it's getting hard because Marcus would love this. Marcus is fine with it, but as a player, I want my character to ask permission to lob a glass at him for it.
Go for it.
Nope, Marcus isn't that kind of guy. But his overlord is, and his overlord's trying to die down and let Marcus do his thing.
It's fine. If you want to throw a glass at me, I'll just roll an acrobatics roll to like keep guitaring and move.
That would probably be it. Yeah.
I'd probably miss and hit somebody else as well. My strength's bad, but my
if-
dexterity's okay.
If you do
but
that,
still.
then I'll roll acrobatics and I'll catch the glass and just place it
Well,
down
you
on the
can-
tiefling's tray as she walks past.
You can certainly give that a go. So let's have
I'm
a
not
dex.
throwing it.
Let's
I'm
have.
not actually throwing it.
Wait,
because that's not
if you
what
want to do it, just do a dexterity. Just do a dexterity roll.
I swear
I'm not
to
If you
gonna
wanna
do
throw it.
That's not what
God.
Marcus would do. I'm just saying, as a person, I want to do it. But Marcus is a good Healy boy that would love to see his
But
friends.
he is-
however,
he is
highly
drunk.
inebriated.
You are
He
rather
is-
drunk.
Yes, but I don't actually imagine him to be an aggressive drunk. He's just an aloof drunk.
Okay, so yes, let's say he's.
Also,
let's have a
me
wisdom
and Perry
save.
are on the door.
Let's have a wisdom save from Marcus and see whether or not he can resist that inner urge.
Maybe
I've got-
he's
I've-
maybe as a drunk he does multiple things depending on how he's feeling.
I've got
that
a
day.
DC. I've got a DC in my head. Let's have a wisdom save.
Wisdom. I can't
Wisdom
find
save.
it.
Wisdom saving throw.
There we go.
Done at a disadvantage. You know what? Yeah, you're okay because the way I had it in my head was if you critical failed it, you rolled a 2, so you managed to not give in to the voices.
Yeah, he's just like.
You managed to not give in to the voices.
Yeah.
Apparently, when Marcus is drunk, he now has like multiple drunk personalities.
You managed to
But-
not get thrown out of the bar by me and Perry.
To be fair, last time you got drunk, you decided to like summon
I
a
am
giant
the-
elk.
The fluffles, pluffles.
You've got the bag of fluffs. Yes, you.
Yeah,
no,
I do.
No, I don't believe you have the bag of fluffs now. Do you?
I do.
You've still got the
I
bag
had
of fluffs.
it, but every like I'd give Sheila 3 of them every day, but now she's gone, so I have all 6 to myself.
Okay, well it was you gave her 1 every day, and there's 3 that you can pull out. So.
Oh,
you
one
would-
every day,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
what's a few puffballs?
I mean,
between
it's right.
friends?
You were on the right multiplication table at least, so you know you're okay. You're okay for that.
No, he wasn't. He said that he gave.
I'm being
half of
nice.
them.
I'm trying to be nice. Okay.
Leave me alone. I'm drunk.
So,
Oh, I should drink right now.
Dotan and Perry, because you're just working on the door, you're not really getting any tips or anything for it, so you're just going to get 5 gold. So at the end of your shift, you'll be given 5 gold pieces each.
That's fine.
Mickey,
Yep.
Marcus is working on the bar in Symphony. Let's have a charisma check from you, please.
Oh boy. Charisma check. Bam. Wazzle. With disadvantage because I'm drunk.
Yeah, so you only make your pay. You don't really get any tips or
Yeah.
anything for it. Obviously, there's something about your demeanor
He
is
just
clearly
awkwardly
not
stared
correct.
at them while he was
Yeah.
pouring drinks. He never took his eye and looked at the drink. He just stared at them and handed
Yeah.
tips at them.
And because Azra is not just working the floor, but is also doing playing of music as well. But you know, doing like 5-10 minute sessions here and there, and then go off and wait tables for a little while, then come back and do another session. Because he's doing that, we'll say that we can do performance to get your to see how you do for your tips.
Okie dokie. Performance. Hey.
It's 17. Okay, so that means you
I
get.
did
Marcus
well and had a
enthusiastically. The reason he didn't do so well was someone would order a drink, but Marcus was too busy clapping and cheering on his performer friend.
So, as well as your 5 gold pay, you also take home tips of 4 gold and 5 silver.
Right, you're gonna have to math that for me because me don't math.
Okay, so
That's 9.5 gold.
Right. so
9.4.
9.4 gold.
I got 5 gold. That's the pay for it, right?
Yeah, 5. You got 5 gold as your pay.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Right.
If it's not, we'll correct it later. I'm not gonna.
Now, Kevin, you're doing some carousing anyway. So you've gone into your drinking quicker than the rest of the guys have, because I imagine the guys may decide they go do their carousing at the end of the night. But you can hit into this nice and early if you would like to. So would you like to do a carouse now? Because I'll let you do another carouse later as well if that's the way you would like to go.
Sure, why the heck?
Obviously, it depends on what happens off the first one as to what you're going to do.
Obviously.
Yeah. So let's have a D100 from you, please.
Give him the D.
The bigger, badder, louder, or bigger, badder, longer, uncut D100 carousing table, and you've rolled a 16 in your level 4, so that's 20. Okay. Right.
So, are we still in the Black Manatee now?
You guys are in the Black Manatee at the moment, yeah, because you're working in the Black Manatee at the minute.
Okay.
Okay, right. I need to make some notes on this because of what this is.
If nobody else has anything planned, on my I'm gonna say we're on a break, and I'm gonna wander over to the white dragonling who looked a bit frazzled and see what's up with him.
Okie dokie.
Just to see what's going on. Just casual conversation. Right, mate. How's it going? You look a bit.
So are we off our drop now, or were we just sorting out money early?
I was just sorting out the money a bit early.
Okay, brilliant.
So you guys are still working, but what Azra is doing is basically is between sessions and stuff.
Yeah.
He's going over to speak to the Dragon Lord.
Because he looks a bit down.
Yeah, it quickly becomes apparent that he is actually the owner of the place, and he used to be a ship's captain for one of the little merchant, or a luxury merchant runner that would go up and down the coast. Carrying small amounts of high quality, high value goods. Yep. Whereas you'd get the bigger trade ships that would carry like a hold full of linen and cloth, he would carry like half a hold full of silk and half a hold full of like spice and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's that sort of style of thing, and he got a little bit bored of that. He thought, actually, you know what? How difficult couldn't it be to run a tavern? And so he decided that he was going to sell his ship. And open up this place instead. After you're talking with him for a few minutes, and there's a bit of a lull at the bar, is when the half orc comes over, and she motions for the Dragonborn to go and take a sit down, and she takes over and explains that he wasn't really prepared for this sort of stuff. That she doesn't think that he knows anything about what he's doing. She knows that they're overpaying you guys, but he's the boss, so he's the one who put it in place and said what he wanted to do. He was hoping that drive a bit of business to make it so that the place can stay open longer. But it seems like it's the sort of thing where she's expecting that what's going to happen is the place is going to go under after a few months, because he doesn't really know how to run a business, and then she'll find herself another crew to join her with. She was his first mate on the merchant ship.
Right. Okay.
But that's why that's why he's looking rather frazzled, because he's a bit out of his depth in this sort of business.
Right. Is there any way I can help him, like finding a book in the library and running a business or something? I kind of feel really bad.
No.
Yeah, I mean, did Marcus hear that from the bar? Or was
have a perception roll. Have a perception roll from Marcus. I'm also making some notes on the carouse roll that Anakis has gone on. So bear with me.
Me or him? Oh, no.
Let's have a perception check from from Roger there. So you would have overheard most of that as well.
I kind of like waddle over while if I'm not serving someone, and hand 3 of the gold that they're paying me back to her.
That's very good of you, and you feel very very good on yourself.
He kind of chimes up as well and goes, "If you need someone to work the bar for a cheaper price, I would happily do so."
After seeing this display of humanitarianism, Azra is going to only keep his tips, because he likes performing anyway, so he doesn't mind.
Okay, well, scrub off 5 gold from your sheet then. Anakis, can I have from you please another D100? and then we'll let you know exactly what's going on with that bit. Okay, so that's bear
I'm getting
with
terrible rolls
me.
with these.
See, now these it does because these things the number that comes up on a D100 is not necessarily, it doesn't say whether it's good or bad. It just says where in this list of 100 things that happen is you. So there's not like a case like a high roll is better or lower is better or anything like that. It's just a case of it is a roll that comes up the list. And for this one, I need...
It's like the Wild Magic Surge table.
Yeah.
Where I think the worst one is in like the 30s, and it's you cast a fireball centered on yourself. It's a party wipe if it happens early in the campaign.
Yeah.
Suggest not doing that.
Okie pokes. Right, okay. So, I'll let you know what happens to you at the end of the evening. And also, and I'll tell you what has happened to you just now. Bear with me just a second. Okie dokes. So, whilst you're sat here having a bit of a carouse, whilst everyone is working their shift, over in one of the corners, a arm wrestling contest takes up. And you're feeling, yeah, I can handle this. I've got this. I control the power of magic going through me. I can handle this sort of stuff. And you decide you're going to saunter over and join in with this. And would you believe you managed to win the whole thing?
Love it.
So the following morning, so basically tomorrow. So for the whole for Friday. You will start the day with temporary hit points equal to your Constitution score. So whatever your modifier is for your Constitution, you will have that many temporary hit points as well.
Modifier or score?
So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, score. Yeah. Your sorry, yeah. Your score. Sorry, I misread it. Yeah, your score, not your mod. Yeah. So whatever your Constitution is, you have that many total hit points. Sorry, I misread the thing. It does say score, not mod. I'm so used to these things. I'm so used to it being mod because it usually is mod.
So 18 then.
Yeah. So so from Friday morning, Friday morning when you wake up, you will have a boost of 18 temporary hit points.
Holy shit, your Constitution's high. I mean, I've got 20,
Have you got
Jesus.
like a +4 Constitution?
My Constitution is 18.
Jesus.
Holy fuck.
Incredibly hale and hearty tiefling. It's like tiefling with like big swole chest.
Type of bloke that can just like flick a door and it just comes off its hinges like.
It's what it is. You know, there's like the gym guys who's like they're incredibly muscular, but they can't really do anything with it because they haven't got the strength because it's the wrong sort of muscle, so they look big and buff, but they just like they can barely breathe.
Yeah.
All their muscles just get in each other's way.
Yeah. So that's what happens as you're essentially like your evening's worth of carousing. So then the late night bit, which is another thing we'll come to. I've already got that one rolled here as well, so I've got something written down here for you. You're gonna love this one. It's beautiful. Would anyone when they finish their shift? Would anyone when they finish their shift like to go doing some carousing as well? Or are you all planning on heading to bed?
Before he heads off,
Right. What we'll do is we'll
I mean,
I'll go down the list just to make life a little easier. So, Grav, what's Dotan going to do when she finishes her shift?
There will be carousing. Try not to get herself kicked out.
Are you going to carouse at the Black Manatee? Or are you going to go back to the blue stallion?
What's everyone doing? Are we all staying here?
I don't think we should mix work with pleasure. I think we should probably carouse elsewhere to not ruin our reputation.
Let's go back to our home base.
Let's ruin our reputation where we live instead. Okay, let's do that.
That one. Before he leaves, though, he does want to approach the Dragonborn himself. After hearing the said very sad story, if he's still around, that is.
Oh yeah, he's still. He's just gone to have a little sit down, just at a table near the bar, which is clearly no one else sits there. This is the staff drinking table. The wench
He doesn't
bench.
sit down with him. He kind of just stands there and looks over.
After a moment, he looks up at you from his drink. Yes.
I overheard the conversation that was happening earlier, and I was just going to offer my help if you need it in any way.
Hey, Scott.
I don't mind taking a lower pay in order to work here, doing whatever you want, but I would like to help out in any way I possibly can.
That's very decent of you. Gerda usually takes care of most of this stuff. She's very trustworthy, and I'd be lost without her.
I'd
Well-
like to make the same thing. Like, I'd like to do that too.
Okay. So if you
Offer
guys
my
ever just
services
if
as
you
and
guys
when. I'll just
yes
take tips.
if you guys do decide you're going to do any more work here again, then we'll make a note of that as well. At the same
Yeah,
time that
so-
you're not taking any pay.
I'll work
okay.
tips because I like doing my job anyway.
I too will work just for tips.
Right, so continuing just down the list and stuff here. Shadow, what is Azra going to do? Are they going to go carousing, or are they going to head to bed after they finish their shift?
Azra is going to go carousing to find
Going
as
to
many
go
people he can
carousing.
possibly entertain as he can.
Okie doke, so we'll come with
With
that one in
instruments
just a moment.
or sexual needs, right?
No.
Oh.
With
So-
instruments and potential sleight of hand magic tricks.
Are you going to be
Sounds
doing this at the Blue Stallion, or are you going to be staying here at the Black Manatee, or are you going to try and find somewhere else to go?
I'm just going to be sort of generally wandering about with my guitar,
Okie dokie.
seeing if anything magical happens along the way.
And Mickey, what would Marcus do?
Marcus would join his drinking buddies, Dotan and Perry, for the carousing tonight.
And Perry?
Yeah, Perry's gonna go carousing with his wife. That seems like the normal thing to do.
Well, we can't get married again, so what's the worst that could happen?
Exactly.
Right. Now,
It becomes a three-way marriage with Marcus. That's the worst thing.
so
that can happen.
I know that Kevin is you've said that Anakis is going to be going and we've already done his late night carousing, and I've already got written down what his is. So that's fun on that bit. But
Honestly.
what I need is let's do Marcus first. Actually, you roll me a D100, please, Marcus.
I can indeed.
Just
With
working out
confidence.
from the list of who's here, and because some of you are going to be doing stuff together. 64. Right, okay, so
Oh,
you
five
got
off.
a 64. Right, we'll make a note of that
59.
in just a second. So that's effective 68. And we've got Perry and Dotan together, so a 2-player one. Perry and Dotan. Okie dokes. Right, so can I have then for you two, Perry and Dotan? Let's. You know what? Let's be a little bit interested. Can I have from both of you a D50? So you, together, because I've done a combined thing for you, but I also want to add another thing to it as well. So we'll do a combined D100 between the two of you that you both get to contribute to.
Wouldn't a better way of doing it be a D10 each, with one being the tens column and one being the ones? Because a combined 50 will cut off the one, and it'll make like a bell curve spread.
Well, the
Instead of
one
being truly random.
because it adds your level to the number anyway, so it already cuts that off as it is.
Fine.
So the one is already gone as it is once you get past the one.
But it'll be like a bell curve spread instead of a pyramid spread instead of.
That's
like
true. Okay, actually, no, you've got
genuinely
you've got a good point. You've got a good point. Okay, let's see. I'll roll a dice here that decides which one of you is doing tens, which one of you is doing ones. But both of you can do roll a D10. And okay, so that person is the tens.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Well, okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we all rolled sixes there. Just in case anyone's wondering, anyone is wondering. Okay, so that's that. So that is effectively becomes.
I need to turn my light on. Hold on a second.
Oh, that is about as fucking perfect as it can be.
Should I be concerned?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that is right. Okay. And last week we have Azra roll a D100 for me, please.
Yeah. How do I do that?
So in the chat box, you can just type /D100.
Or not.
That should work.
It
Or
said unrecognized
You
command.
could always.
oh,
go to
no,
the
yeah, so
top of the screen and click
yeah.
the
So the top left, you can see there's a like a little drop menu. It's /RD100. That's it.
Yeah, it'll be
/RD100. yeah.
/RD100. Yeah.
I always forget that bit. I always forget the /R bit. 59, which is
69, dudes.
Literally never gonna happen.
Nope.
66, 59. It won't be a bell curve. Bell curves don't develop until 3 dice are rolled, but it will be like a pyramid.
Okie dokie. Rightio. Okay, so. Mickey.
Yes.
Marcus.
Yes.
You.
Dies.
No.
Dod.
You. So on this Thursday evening, you start drinking quite heavily after work, and you're drinking at the
Yeah.
Blue Stallion. Now, once you you finish your drinking and it all starts to fade to black, you wake up the following morning and you're in an alleyway that you recognise. It's an alleyway that is it's basically it's just behind the Blue Stallion, and standing around you, there are 3 hobos, and they are each wearing or holding a different item of your clothing.
Oh. Hello, friends. Well, I mean, it's just fur, really, but hello. Hello, friends. Can I have my clothing back, please?
Is that what? No, this is mine.
Well, I think I'm gonna give it back to you.
This is mine. It's always been mine.
I understand that you're cold, and I mean, if you're that cold, I guess I can give that to you.
You can buy it off me.
That's fine. I can find something else to wear. I hope you have a lovely day and you keep warm. Exactly how naked am I?
Well, they're each holding one item of clothing of yours, so you are missing 3 items of clothing.
A sock,
Clothing,
another
not
sock,
they
and a
haven't
glove.
they haven't taken your armor.
Oh, I mean, all I wear is hide over my supple body.
I think that counts as clothing at that point usually.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're
they're
not.
taking my
You're
armor.
basically, yeah, you've got no armor and you're kind of half naked.
Actually, 1 second. So I could trade you that hide stuff for this, and I pull out like a bundle of common clothes from my bag. Apparently, I've got that.
All right then, yeah. And they give you back they split the set of clothing between them, and they give you back your hide armor, so you have your armor again.
Are you taking the clothes because you're cold?
Yes.
I also take out the winter blanket and hand it to them.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a
You're
lovely day.
Your Sans
Robot
blanket as
immediately
well.
walks off and sells the damn thing for drugs.
For drugs.
Wow.
Marcus believes that everybody has the ability to be a higher person and a good person. He doesn't even consider the fact that they would go sell them.
Okie dokie.
So,
You're a bit
Azra,
naive then. Hello.
Azra, you've been walking around the city, playing little tunes and having a few more drinks here and there, and basically just like trading drinks for tunes as you've been walking around the city and popping your head in at a few taverns along the way. And it all begins to fade to black. And in the morning, you wake up. Which one was this again?
Please tell me I'm in bed with a scaly woman.
No.
Damn it!
So you wake up in the woods.
Oh, good.
You're a scaly person.
You're
It's a dragon.
you wake up in the woods.
Alright.
You don't remember how you got there. But you're at the bottom of quite a deep pit trap. It's about 10 foot deep.
Oh, good.
And there are 2 gap-toothed yokels looking down at you.
So, first of all,
We got ourselves one of them guitar players, Barndane.
I'm going to look up, assess my situation, and exclaim at the top of my lungs, "Fuck! Not again!" And
Cletus, get the lotion.
Oh no.
no, I don't want to again. I don't want the hose
we
again.
got ourselves a bard.
Right, can I use my acrobatics to jump out of the hole, kicking one of them in the face and then?
Oh, go on. Let's have an acrobatics check from you then. Let's have an acrobatics
Come
roll.
on, I don't want to be a hobo
Hollywood
boy
rule of cool.
again. Let's go. Hey, I think that works.
You do manage to get flying up out though. So you manage to stick the landing properly, and you can break off as a dead sprint. You do see Neverwinter. You realise that you're only about 2.5, 3 miles away from the city limits. And that's how you spent your evening, at the bottom of a pit. Most of your evening was going around basically trading drinks for music, and you woke up very nearly being the silence of somebody's lamb. Kevin,
Yo.
young Master Anakis, you wake up in bed. Oh no, sorry. This is it. Where is it? This. Oh shit! Hang on. Oh, fuck, trunk. Oh, that one there. There we go. Right, okay, yes. So, you wake up on the floor of a tavern that you don't recognise. It looks to be quite a seedy club. It appears that it may have been amateur night. Your clothing is in a pile in the corner, and you've got no idea where the G-string you're wearing came from. When you get back over to your pile of clothing, there is a pouch that jingles quite happily, and it contains 7 gold pieces and an invitation to attend a private VIP-only gathering at one of the it's a rather well-known. Like a posh shop owner, you know, I don't know, Harrods. You know, an invitation to Lord Harrod's
Waitrose.
estate. And so you've got an invitation to attend a party at Lord Harrow's estate on Sunday evening.
So fancy pants over there whipped their dick out and got invited to a fancy event. Damn it! I know I'm doing something wrong.
Pretty much.
They get invited to a fancy event. I nearly get bummed by hillbillies, and the other one.
And I nearly got robbed by
hobos.
I'm going to tell you now, guys.
Oh, it was a good day.
I saved the best for last because we haven't yet found out what happened between Dotan and Perry.
Oh no!
Oh, dear.
You're fucking dead. You dead.
So,
These nuts.
Perry,
Did. Yes.
you wake up in what seems to be a rather humble country barn.
Oh dear.
There is a slightly homely girl asleep on the hay beside you.
Uh-oh.
And opening the door of the barn is Dotan. Commence.
Oh no!
Good morning.
Morning.
Who's this?
What time is it?
Explaining time is what time it is. Care to explain yourself?
What?
I don't remember anything. Could you close the door, please?
That's okay. It's all right.
Close the door of the barn.
Find breakfast. Nice. I just woke up to go and find breakfast. We were both with her last night. Hello, Doris. And I bring.
Oh,
I bring him over some breakfast.
thanks. Yeah, my seriously though, the light's hurting a bit. Could you close the door?
Yeah, get that done, you. And I pass over something that might be tea.
We'll have a drink. Let's see what happens.
It's tea. It's not very good tea, but it's tea.
Yeah.
There's far too much milk in it.
Do you remember her name?
I don't, but I did just have a very interesting conversation with her dad If he asks, we were showing a magic trick. So,
Is it a magic trick of hiding the sausage?
yes, there may have been some of that.
Hide the cocktail sausage. He's only a halfling.
Yes.
It's like a hot dog down a skag den, if you know what I mean.
Dreadful.
Well, have you already eaten?
Yes.
I meant the breakfast, or is this
Oh,
is
yeah,
this
no, I
a
haven't had any
shared
breakfast.
I haven't had any breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember quite a lot more from last night than you do.
Yeah, oh, jeez. You'll have to fill me in on the details over breakfast.
I think there's been enough filling in done this evening, to be perfectly honest. Way. So yes, how that was your collection of evenings, ladies and gentlemen.
I think mine was by far one of the best. I enjoyed that. That was funny.
Well, the one that came up for Perry and Dotan was literally I did a 2-player carousing check bit for it because with the little generator thing, and it says Perry and Dotan get in a fight, Dotan wins. Was all it came up with. I was like, let's see what I can play with that. And then the other option that came up with it was with the combined thing for it with the 66 was the waking up in a humble country barn, and then with the someone opening the front door, I was like, let's say Dotan is the someone opening the front door and see if a fight commences. And if the fight does commence, she wins.
It would have been funnier if Dotan was the one that woke up and then Perry walks in and sees them together.
I did randomise who was in bed with the girl. It just happened to be that way.
To be fair, if Perry had walked in on Dotan and some girl in bed, his eyes probably would have lit up.
He would have had a nosebleed.
Yes, fucking please. I'll get in on that.
Just like the classic anime nosebleed moment.
Yeah, watching from the closet dressed as Superman.
The least chaste paladin imaginable, and he's a halfling.
Mm.
He's married. It's fine.
That's how that works.
To be fair,
Literally fine.
He got married to a half drow rogue.
That's going to be one hell of a child.
That's Dotan.
May I request a slow alignment shift from lawful good to chaotic good?
I think you're already on that shift as well. It's fine. You're already shifting there.
You're aligning with me. That's where I am. Yeah.
Aligning with him every evening. Well, love it.
Did that not? DK.
A little bit.
It hurt me.
So, that's your Friday morning wake ups.
So, okay.
Azra's already had some exercise.
I'm gonna sort of slowly whimper towards the post-stallion.
Does that count as long rest?
That would count as a long rest. Yes, you've got your things.
That's a fucking nightmare.
I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Why am I wearing? What is it?
Will, you're best not asking.
I'm like
It's all
covered
gone a
in
little bit wrong.
walking into the blue stallion like, good morning guys. What's going on? Fuck happened to you? Hillbillies.
I suppose Perry
Oh.
and Dotan will also arrive.
Perry
a little
and
bit
Dotan. It was one of the farms just on the outsides of the just on the outskirts of the city. So it's not going to take you too
I'm
long.
guessing it was a human farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just.
I love you too,
Farming
baby.
humans.
Was it the farm that we worked at that one time when we were really late and we got really pissy about the pay?
That would be pretty funny, actually.
No, it's not that one.
Okay.
And my response is I'm too hungover to get ready properly. Just walk back into the. Just the plate.
Get
Just
back
walk
in
in
the
with
pub.
it.
When you say too hungover to get ready properly, do you mean you've been walking from the CD club to the Blue Stallion with your clothes under one arm, your money pouch in the other, wearing still just the G-string?
Yep. Just
Yeah.
What's a wonderful sight at 7:30 in the morning for any of the early traders setting up their stalls? a tiefling and a
Talk
G-string.
about walk of shame, Jesus Christ.
It's one of those G-strings with like the Y-shaped back to make space for the tail.
It's just a string.
Oh,
It's not even a G-string,
Bloody
it's just a
amount of
string.
only a matter of time before someone comes calling out and shades of grey pissed out of there.
It's less G-string, more Chi-string.
Oh. More
Well,
man
it is now anyway. So you can all head off to the Blue Stallion and grab yourself some breakfast. So don't forget, because the Blue Stallion room and board is paid for you by the guild, so you get your 3 meals a day. So you get like a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner if you're there for them. And anything extra on top of that is you only need to pay for anything extra on top of that.
Right, I'm gonna have Azra just huddled in a corner, hands around his knees, rocking, going, I don't know. I don't want to see the hillbillies again. I don't want to see the hillbillies again. Not the hillbillies.
I just got to sit at the table and go, the usual.
I sit down and ask for the same.
The lovely Cecilia is walking around with the trays, providing you all with your breakfast as well. And she's moving from table to table.
I guess she's used to us by now.
Yeah, well, she moves from table to table, and then once she finishes serving up everyone's breakfast, she sits down with a tiefling that some of you will recognise. It's Iron Kellyan, one of the ones who was working at the Black Manatee on a previous evening.
I guess Dot and Perry have already eaten when they arrived.
Yeah, so I get the feeling you guys are going to be coming back. You guys are going to be coming back to the Blue Stallion at about like 9 o'clock in the morning, sort of time. You know, at the earliest. I get the feeling that you're gonna long the morning out a little bit.
So would that mean
that's a fair assumption.
Would that mean I've been there for quite a while, just sitting there eating slowly? Considering I woke up in the alley behind it.
Yeah, you're sitting a little bit weirdly, I would imagine, if you're wearing just your armor with no clothing underneath it now.
Our carousing has become the stuff of local legend.
By this point, yes.
I mean, I've got a loincloth underneath my armor, so it's all right, I guess.
Can I use my?
You kind of can't see my junk.
Can I play around with my dancing lights, singing like nursery rhymes?
When you say play around with your dozen lights, whereabouts? You just for yourself, or you're directing them somewhere else?
Spinning around his head.
Corner, just spinning around like.
That's me in the corner.
That's
me with the dancing lights.
I'm just massively traumatized by fucking waking up and seeing two fucking gap-toothed hillbillies trying to do whatever the fuck they were doing to me. So I'm just like
being referred to as one of them music types.
Yeah, and I'm just like.
We got ourselves a guitar player.
oh my god! What? Oh fuck! I just thought of what I should have done. Should have just stood up in the cave and gone in the hole and just gone. Yeah,
I'm just going to sit there and eat my breakfast. Going, it's a bit drafty in here today, is it though?
Cecilia looks at you and sort of like she just like covers her mouth and does a little bit of a giggle.
Which reminds me,
smug anime girl.
We need to go clothes shopping today because I'm still wearing my ripped trousers, which I was performing it with all in the night in the Black Manatee, and I didn't realise at the time.
I would very much appreciate to go clothes shopping.
It's a good thing that the hillbillies didn't get hold of you, because if the trousers had ripped, they would have had
Come here, boy!
ease of access.
Come here, boy! You're mine now.
I'm gonna make you squeal.
Taught us not to rip the skin by using someone else's mouth.
Yes. So, what would you like to do for your Friday morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls?
Clothes shopping.
Marcus
Clothes
would
shopping.
Like to find clothes that are more suitable for this kind of environment. All he's been wearing is tattered old clothes and the hide.
What do you mean? What would we like to do with our Friday morning? We've been doing all morning.
Well, yes, indeed. I think to be fair, okay, right. Because you've mentioned it a few times now, Perry, can I have a Constitution saving throw from you, please?
Oh boy!
Time to check if you've been fucked into a puddle.
I was trying to work out whether or not he's run out of puff. Has he run out of puff?
His legs feel like limp noodles.
Please don't let him get a
May
crit.
have to carry him home.
Please don't let him get a crit. Yeah, we'll say with a 10, I think it's safe to say that after about 20 minutes you were finished, but the girls weren't.
Yeah.
That's okay. Halfling. He's got 20 dexterity. It's fine.
Just because he couldn't go for long doesn't know when he did it wrong. He knows how to work that sword.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just like, he just falls asleep in the corner after say about 20 minutes, and to the sound of soft susurrations of the hay. But yeah, so
Yeah, so he falls.
I wonder if the farmer like is growing increasingly suspicious.
Like,
Just like after 20 minutes, it's just like Perry just goes first, and then just rolls over.
Yeah, he goes to sleep.
He thinks it's a race.
Yeah, he falls asleep and the girls carry on.
So yeah, 9 in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning sort of time. Everyone's back at the Blue Stallion, and don't forget if you are looking at going clothing, 9 in the afternoon. If you are looking at going clothes shopping, don't forget you do know of a very a very reputable clothes retailer in the city.
do I?
Yes, of course you will do.
That's what we all do. We went there and got. Oh, Marcus may not have been here for that actually.
Oh yes, Marcus. Marcus would know. Yeah,
uniforms, and then
Marcus wouldn't know.
Oh, god damn it! We need to have like new uniforms fitted for these people.
I don't think I would know. I think I was.
One
away.
second, Perry. We have the check that we need to bank in, unless we lost it last night during the.
You didn't lose a check. No, you didn't lose a check.
Good. We should.
I'm
probably
not.
have
I'm
that
not.
in.
I'm not that.
I
I
mean,
wouldn't have you guys lose.
Perry
your pay.
was holding on to it, and his was the least wild night.
Yeah. It was
It's pretty wild, if you ask me.
it was relatively tame. That moment where a
Perry was a little tuckered after the evening.
the awkward
in
moment
the
where
morning.
threesome
He
in
went
a
back
barn
to-
is the tame night out.
Well, he's a bit tuckered, and after a little bit this morning, he just has a bit of a nap.
Yeah, so you
They
can.
arrive late.
I think it wouldn't be too much of a stretch for Perry, Dotan, and Anakis to mention, that there is Rashid's fine tunics. So
Yeah,
no,
Rashid's fine tuning. I forgot his name, but
Yeah.
Rashid's fine tunics.
it was the place. That was the place you went to go and get measured up for your uniforms, which would be in their bespoke clothing that is being made specifically for you. But he does sell sell
On the
clothing.
map.
It's not actually on the map because it's basically between. It's between Sigurd's sigils and Darius's elixirs, so I haven't really got enough space on the map to put all the labels on there. But it's in
Well,
that sort of location there.
Well, we need to go to Sigurd's sigils too because we picked up the new folks.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah,
What?
let's do that. Let's go to Sigurd's and then Rashid's even.
I thank the barman for the food, and we head off.
Okie dokes.
I pull myself out of my sort of traumatization with a slap to the face and a kick to the shin, and we go limping slightly because I've just kicked myself in the shin.
Would you like me to heal that for you?
I'll cast.
Fuck off.
I drag myself back to my room just to get ready first.
Turns to us at the door and just goes, "Fuck off."
I cast dancing lights on the floor to make it look like exit marks towards the door.
Okay.
Yep, we could have that.
This way.
So
I'm just waiting for him to
Anakis
dress
is
to
good.
come
Yeah,
in.
he wants to go and get himself dressed first because he's been sat eating breakfast wearing a G-string. Yeah, so you're that's like between you're out and about by like 9:30 sort of time, heading towards Sigurd's sigils. And it's just.
I
let's put you
wonder
back
if
on the-
Velod is still making that mead with the juniper berries in it.
Oh no. Stop.
I don't even see that intro anymore. I have a mod that gets rid of it because fuck that. Oh my god, it's a gnome. I mean, hi.
So with a knock on the door, you can get into
fucking
Sigurd's sigils. What is going on?
I knocked
Well,
on
we
the
knocked on the door and the dog started barking.
All right. Okay.
Does Sigurd have a dog?
It does now. No, this is the
do.
this is the noise that this little imp is making. It's it's
You need to fix your imp.
Sorry.
that works. There we go. So after a moment, so you go
Is there a bell?
into Sigurd's shop. There's a bell on the desk.
It's a broken bell again.
Yeah. So
What's with
you
this
could
town's bell?
you
supplier?
you can ring the bell on the desk, and he's sitting there as you ring the bell on his desk. He just looks at you like, yes.
I dart up to the bell and press it repeatedly until he tells me to stop.
He just stares at you with that look that's on his face.
Oh, all right. Oh, sorry.
Uh,
I fade back into the back row again. Like, sorry.
Right. Yes. How can I help?
Complete fucking silence. What did it come here for? We need clothing.
No,
Well,
this is
I
the
don't
kind
sell
of-
clothing.
Oh no.
The other two said we need to
Sigils.
come here.
I'm
Okay.
the
Sigils.
record keeper. Sigils, designs, signatures, heraldries.
What about the sigils?
Well, I designed them.
No, not you. Them. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to confuse you. I'm talking to my
We need to
compatriots
pick
here.
up our sigils. Did these guys sound confused? Did they do their sigils at any point? Because we did that as part of our thing after the trials. But these guys
Yes,
haven't done that.
you guys did, and I'm waiting for one of you guys to mention it, so then I can explain what's going on with it.
What the hell is a sigil?
Yes, you guys are
With-
speaking absolute nuts.
Would
nuttery
the
to me.
players like to drop some hints on what's
we're here
going
now.
on with it? Would
Right,
would
yes,
Perry,
if
would
you,
Perry and Dotan like to
Yes, if
lead
you
off?
would like to join our adventuring company, you need to have an identification sigil made. Just like
But they're not. They can't just like rock up to us and say we want to join
I mean,
this guild.
you know,
that you're not
it's
even a
just
part
I
of
wish
yet.
I
Yeah,
could the
it's-
influence that the person who hired me said that they would forge a few documents and get things sorted.
Oh,
I mean, the,
right. Yes. No. It was explained to me that some people had left your group, and there would be. Yes, I did. I had a chat
Yeah,
with
as-
Sejan. He
as-
let me know what was going on.
Well, you know, as Falric said, so long as we leave and come back with the same number of people, he doesn't care.
Yes, but unfortunately, it's not just him that has to deal with it. I need to make some new sigils because obviously, if the way things are done, the sigils there are then bound to certain names. What I need to do is I need to adjust my books as well. So it's all well and good him cooking his books. I got to cook my books too. It would have been very handy if he brought
Yes,
you over.
that's-
And I'm glad you are
yes,
here.
Well, that's why we came over here because
Right.
I
Okay.
thought about
Fantastic stuff. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So what we'll do then is, and out of character for a moment on this one, guys. What I need from Mickey and Shadow, and I should have told you about this before, but I completely forgot about it. Is
So it's your fault.
yes.
Blame the DM.
Yeah. Always blame the DM, and then the DM blames Connor. Anyway.
Agreed.
So what you need to do is come up with a very basic sigil design type thing, like what's written written on his book.
Yep.
Treble clip, that'd be fine. We can do that. Something that can be easily done as sort of like it's not so much as a signature, but more as like the sort of thing that can be done as like a seal, like a like people have the signet rings, that sort of stuff. It's
Yes.
something that's that sort of style because the idea is that that is your identification mark
Well, it's like-
within the guild as well. So
Like
if things
I have an idea already. I'll draw it properly, but I
Yeah.
can tell you what it is later.
Azra has a treble clef birthmark on the back of his hand, so.
So we'll go with the treble because basically, we'll sort that stuff out. It's important to make a note of just what your sigil is. That gets
I've got
entered
one
into this
drawn on
book.
my desk, so I'm all good.
Nice.
I'll be
So if
back
you
in a second.
make a note on your character sheets of what your sigil design is as well, because these will come into play later. You will need to know what these are later.
Just in the notes section, yeah?
Yeah, just in the notes on it. The miscellaneous notes will be absolutely fine. And so it takes you about you spend about half an hour, 45 minutes with Sigurd as he makes the various amendments, notings, and records that he needs to do in his big leather-bound book of the Silver Talons, because he is there. He's part of their record-keeping process in the city, and then each time a new group gets signed up, he sends that information off. Once it's all complete, he sends a copy of that information off to the guild to go into their records in the guild hall as well. So this is what matters on this bit.
Can I
And
ask
it
you
would
if
have
you
come
have any
around.
books on swans?
I don't sell books.
Oh, I just meant in general, but, you know, don't
No,
like swans?
to books on swans. No. I all of my books are based around runes and such.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
And the various things of their meanings and how they can be used and combined in different ways.
So, DK, you know about the blue stone. I'm just going to draw what the emblem on that is, and then that'll be the glyph.
Okay, that's cool.
I
Rightio.
can draw that myself. But all it is,
Actually, you know what? I haven't said that because the people that are in this group. I could have actually used that as an example. So Mickey, Shadow, when we play Warframe, you can have a glyph and then you can basically that is essentially use your spray in game.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Same thing.
I get what it means.
Basically. But yeah, so that's what you need to do for that. So you spend about 30 to 45 minutes with Sigurd going through all this information and making the various notes, and then he says, "Right, I'll have all this done. And the various things I need to do, put into the books. I'll amend the other book as I do each evening, when I sit in the evening and I make the various amendments that I need to do for the things that have gone wrong in the day."
I'd like to know what he's pointing at.
He's pointing at you.
Oh,
This is why this thing. Literally, that he is pointing at the patron.
is this a look of "Don't touch that bloody bell, you little shit"?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
You should.
I'm going to slowly edge towards the
one of the people in one of the other parties asked him why he's got horns, and he shouted at them, "It's a piercing, you uncultured swine! Don't mock my culture."
So I'm gonna try and edge silently towards the bell without him noticing.
You need to do a dexterity save.
I do. Okay. Dex save. Hey.
Okay, so you got your 19. Let's see how well he does. Haha!
No.
Just about manages to stab his quill into the back of your hand.
Ah, fuck!
I bloody warned you!
Help it!
The look of my eye was your warning. I shouldn't need to actually say, "Don't hit the bell when the man is here."
But bells are fun.
He lifts the bell off the desk and just puts it under there. So he maintains eye contact with you the whole time, just like picks the bell up, puts it down under the desk out the way. "If there's nothing else, you can all bugger off."
Goodbye, know me man. I like your piercing.
Thank you.
Only one of us had magic hand. We could ring the bell again as we're on our way.
One sec. Let me check what spells I do have.
Oh god, yes!
Make it happen.
Don't forget, in order to use Mage Hand and have it be invisible, you need to be an arcane trickster rogue, so you can use Leisure Domain.
I don't have it either. Wait 1 second. What does that do?
I should have used slightly.
Okay, got it. I'll use Druidcraft to make the sound of the bell go off.
He just glares at you. Fuck off!
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye bye. No,
He sends you on your way. I believe so. The next stop on your journey this morning was to Rashid's fine tunics.
Yes.
It would
I
be
need a new
indeed.
pair of breeches.
In fact, on the way there, I want to fuck with Marcus a bit because he likes bells. I want to cast Minor Illusion again, just nearby, just to get another bell, just so I can try and hit it.
There is an image of a bell.
A bell?
Nearby. There is an image of a bell nearby.
I'm not really the one that really wants to hit bells.
No, I'm saying this out loud. There is an image of a bell nearby.
Oh.
I've noticed the bell, but I would like to do an investigation check to see if I can figure out whether it's real or not.
There's like a bell just like perched on one of the brick walls outside one of the shops.
I'm tempted, but I want to see if I can figure out whether it's real before I make a twat out of myself.
I think it's actually should be. I feel like it should be a wisdom save to see whether or not you can resist the urge to hit the bell more than anything else. I think it's a bit more accurate.
Hey!
You want to hit the bell.
I want to hit the bell. So I run towards the sort of wall, sort of fumbling through everything along the way, slam my hand as hard as I can on top of this bell, and just hit brick.
Yeah.
I was
just thud. Thud.
It was the same hand that just got stabbed by a pen as well. So.
I just burst out laughing at that.
I'm just sat there patting this wall, going, "Why isn't it making any sound?"
you realize it's an illusion.
Hillbillies.
Realizing that it's an illusion, can I lunge myself at the one that like did the cast?
Figure out who that was.
I don't know which, because you let's have a perception check to see whether or not you notice it, because it's somatic and material, so it's it's. Did you notice him moving his hand?
Okay.
Do you do the Jedi move?
No,
You
I didn't.
did not. As far as you know, this is just a trick bell that's here all the time.
Bloody trick bells. What the fuck? Who the hell makes that trick? Stomp off. Wondering.
So yes,
Slightly behind the group, but still with them because I don't. Like.
so we can head to Rashid's Fine Tunics, and
What fun can we have in here?
well, this is a nice, good quality clothing store. And behind the desk, as you can see, there's a gentleman there, and he's like, "Yes, hello. Would you like to buy the clothing? Yes."
I was really wanting you to do a Khajiit, like, hello, Khajiita's wares. Would you like to buy my wares?
No, just something else. It's okay. Just give him a moment.
Be Omid Jalili.
He looks a bit like Omid Jalili, actually, doesn't he? to be honest?
It does, yeah.
But I don't think any of us are allowed to do that voice without it being offensive.
Yeah, that's a little bit tricky. That is a problem. That is a problem. I was like, yes, would you? Oh, you are here to buy the clothing. Yes, I must measure you. You should take off your clothing so that I can measure you. Yeah.
Mr. Clothing Man, I have a question.
Marcus just like gets rid of his hide armor, like that is his clothing. He just removes the armor. He's just in there in his loincloth, like.
So this guy in the standard Igor hunched shoulder thing, sort of like he just like scuttles around the desk with a tape measure around it, and he starts measuring you up.
So
and
since we're all standing in the middle of a shop, like basically naked, can I try and start a YMCA?
You can. I think it's gonna be a persuasion to see if you can get anyone else involved. And the thing is, it's only would have been you and Marcus that would have been getting undressed. Cause I feel like the rest of the party, Dotan Perry and Anakis. I get the feeling that these guys have been here before.
In which case, I'd like to amend that. If it not the YMCA, I'd like to do the Apache dance from Fresh Prince.
You can do that. Let's have a performance roll. See how well entertaining that is. Give you. I was gonna say, given the fact that you're doing it basically in the buff, I'll let you have advantage.
Hey. Oh, wait, so do I have to roll that again, right?
Yeah, just roll it again, and we'll work out from that.
Right. Cool.
It's still the 11. No, that's perception.
That was a wisdom. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Try performance again.
Well, yeah. Let's try that.
There you go. 17. Yes, it's there's a bit of entertainment there.
Jump on.
And at the sound, fluttering from the back room, comes a very well dressed imp, who he flaps his wings along and he lands on a little pedestal sort of thing. He goes, yes, hello again, my friends. You bring more friends here. Do they also require tunics and fine clothing and uniforms?
Yes, they require tunics and a bit of good sense.
Ah, my friend, I am afraid all I sell is clothing. I don't sell the sense to go with it. My designs are fine, but that is all.
We'll take the clothing then.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Do they require uniforms? Do they need?
Yes, they require uniforms.
They require uniforms. First, I can see that Nazaire is already working on this as it is. Your friend seems to be very brave to be already undressed for him.
See, I'm going to...
Yes,
I've got my trousers
brave.
On.
He's very brave.
I think he's talking about me. I am down to nothing but my loincloth.
Yeah, but you're a druid. You're basically always in a loincloth.
Exactly. That's why he's like, that's fine by me.
This is fine. I'm at one with nature. Rawr.
And you're the exuberant friend here with the fantastic dancing. It reminds me of my homeland.
Yay!
What is your
Dance with me.
homeland?
They all died in a rupture. What?
Your other friend seems to be maybe still feeling the effects of his last evening.
Can I try and get the imp to dance with me?
Oh no! I do not dance in this. I am not familiar enough with my. I've never danced in this form. I will make fool of myself. I will not do such thing.
Okay, I'll believe you.
I know how to make my wings move, but controlling my body for dancing, not so much.
I put my finger out to shake his hand.
He takes your. He does take. He does.
I'm assuming he's very, very small.
He's sort of like he's about the size of like a Jack Russell Terrier.
Okay, yeah. So I put my finger out as like a handshake. Type.
Yes, he takes the handshake. So it's like, it's very nice to meet you. And your name is, my friend?
I am Azra Notesworth, a half-elf bard from a far-off elven village where they're all very elitist and you have to be full elf to stay there. So I left.
Ah, that is a dreadful, dreadful sort of thing. But hopefully, I believe that here with these people, you will have found a very, very welcoming group. A very welcoming group. They seem to be very, very nice people. Everyone within the Silver Tunnel is very, very nice and welcoming people, of course.
So far, I've wandered around, got pissed, nearly fallen into the sea, nearly got bummed by hillbillies. It's going well.
Yes, it sounds...
Part of the course, mate.
Yes, I was about to say the same thing. Ah.
That's funny. Cool.
But now, yes, with the uniforms, were you looking for the basic uniform, or are you looking for a more dress uniform that you could wear with pride at all times?
I'd like a dress uniform because I am a performer and I like to look pretty at all times.
The dress uniform enough for me to procure the material in order to make it. The dress uniform will cost you 10 gold pieces.
Okie dokie. I just because I can, I like wave my hand across the table and the money like sort of appears 10 gold pieces.
Fantastic.
Do I need to roll sleight of hand for that?
No, it's fine for that. You can do that, and he will do is he'll gesture himself, and he summons up a magical hand to go and grab the coins and scuttle them off to the to.
We give each other like a sort of nod as if to go, my bro.
Yes, indeed. Like they do like a bro fist with mage hand.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Oh, there. So it's fantastic. And your friend here with the I feel unnecessarily large loincloth. And would you look at the basic uniform, or would you merely like a slightly fancier rag?
He kind of looks at Perry and Doton for their opinion.
Get a full set of clothes.
Yeah, you might want to get. Well, what would a dress set be for a druid?
Anything without metal, from what I know.
Well, in terms of some roleplay here, Azra is going to wander off and go find a loo. I shall be right back.
Well, I mean, the design of the uniform would be, for the dress uniform would be entirely up to you.
He's just getting a bit overwhelmed. He's never really thought about clothes before. He's never needed to. He kind of
Well, if you are very keen on the idea of the natural, I can make it so that we put something together with perhaps not so much the gold and silver as is common to the finer designs, but perhaps maybe more some nice shimmering greens and such to capture the essence of nature.
Fur trimmed.
Yes, and maybe a fur trim. Yes.
I guess the standard uniform with maybe a little less coverage, maybe open up the arms a bit more, and a bit of fur trimming here and there would be lovely.
Are you one of the druids who changes shape?
I am indeed, yes.
Ah, right.
I think
Well,
finding piece of clothing would be nuts.
for another 5 gold pieces, I can make it so that the dress uniform will be able to will weave a small amount of magical cloth into a magical thread into the cloth to make it so that you are able to more easily absorb the form into your own as you change. Save you are ripping it apart.
1 second though.
Wait a
I'm going
minute.
to turn to Perry and Dotan.
Gear does automatically transform with you.
Yeah, no, but he's still a trader.
Yeah.
I
He's
know
still-
that. You know that. He might not know that. All right? He's trying to get more money.
It sounds fancy and he's up for that. He turns around to Perry and Dotan and he's like, so I kind of gave some of my earnings yesterday to the person who owns the Black Banner tea due to the fact that he's having a hard time. I might not have enough gold for these uniforms.
How much does it cost total?
He asks.
It would be so it's 10 gold for the uniform, another 5 gold if he wants it specially for a druid.
Do you have 10 gold?
I've only got 2.
With perfect flamboyance, I burst through the door. I am returned.
I hope you did not just go against the side of my estate.
No. Don't worry, sir.
New
It'll be
bard
fine.
friend,
Hello.
would you be able to lend a hand in affording this uniform? It seems
Yeah,
that I've run out of money due to an incident that happened before you were here, plus being a kind man. It seems.
I'll tap him on the shoulder and I'll say, look, don't worry about it. We've got party money. It's absolutely fine. You won't need to pay until we pick it up anyway. But we'll just what kind sir? What would you need for a deposit?
You pay the 10 gold that I require in order to be able to procure the material, and then I have the uniforms delivered to your guild hall.
I will pay the 10 gold. It's fine. It's only 10 gold.
Thank you very much. And he he moves the mage hand in front of you and has it open ready for the coinage.
And there we go. And I have minus 10 gold from my
And
shit.
he scutters the hand away to the till area. To pop it away. So yes, make a note in your character sheets that you have a dress uniform, or you will have a dress uniform, and basically the dress uniform can essentially you can look however you want it to be. And the idea behind this has been that when you're not in a combat scenario, if you're at a place where you do need to go to a fancier sort of establishment, instead of like turning up in a bunch of rags or just like some really really basic clothing, you've now got it's a cheaper way of getting fine clothing.
I was going to say it's like a magical garment that changes to suit the situation.
It doesn't change the
You know what I
situation.
mean?
It's just one. It's like you know how like you have a
just a nice
uniform
set
and a
of
dress.
clothes.
Yeah, it's a dress uniform. That's all it is. It's just a dress uniform. But instead of costing you 25 gold like a regular set of fine clothing would, this only costs you 10 gold.
So I am suggested not to wear this in combat. He asks the others.
No, you
Well,
can.
You can wear it in
Well,
combat if you want to.
It's your uniform.
Okay,
You'll
I
do
know, but I just don't want to ruin it if it's supposed to be.
It's up to you. You know, it's all entirely up to you. I mean, like a more magically inclined a wizard, for example, would probably be more inclined to still wear it because it's just the wizards don't wear armor, and wizards like to look fancy.
I'm wearing like sort of a fancy bardic outfit, but with like pieces of leather armor, so like a shoulder plate, like a breast piece.
Yeah.
I think that's like I missed the game when this was done. I don't have like the dress uniform and
You
that.
sure? I'm fairly sure you have it. Make a note on your character sheet that you can have that you've got a dress uniform because I'm fairly sure you were here for it. You
No,
may
I
not have
think
been.
I think I missed that week.
Unless,
weekend,
this might have been the first week when you were working. Actually,
Yep.
just think about it. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So, retroactively, you would have been with the party at the time when they were doing this. So yeah, you've just make a note of the fact that you've got a you will when you get back to the guild hall, you will have a dress uniform, all in your right sizes, everything waiting for you.
I would like, just for the point of doing so, to show the imp a small card trick. And his companion friend.
So yes, so the other companion friend, the Igor-like person who's named Nadal he's standing there and he's looking at you with one eye at least. The other one is going for a wander.
Right, so I will quickly entertain Nadim as I will find a moment to show off at any given point. So I wander up to Nadim and sort of appear a deck of cards in front of him. As such, I start doing this really, really flamboyant magic trick. It involves shuffling and stuff.
As the mic picked up.
Yeah, that was planned, I promise.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah.
So that would be a performance?
Performance,
Sleight of
yes.
hand? Right, okay. So
Actually, no. Give us a. You can do performance or sleight of hand. It's up to you. Because it's a card trick.
I have a
so
higher bonus to performance. So.
Okay.
Performance for that one. Oh god. So I'm shuffling the.
I think you maybe dropping a card once or twice.
Yeah, dropping a card, but then using sort of a general sort of kicking the card back up into the thing as if it was all planned.
Yeah.
Show him his card. He takes his card. Blah blah blah.
He holds it up. He holds it up in front of the other eye. So
the one that's looking off to the right.
yeah.
Okay, now Nadim, put your card back.
He misses a couple times. His depth perception isn't that good, but eventually he gets it back into the deck.
Okay, and with that, I shuffle the decks in a totally not forced cut shuffling kind of way, and then I pull his card out and show it to him. Is this your card, Nadim? I put it in front of the eye that's wandering off to the right because that seems to be the good one.
Hey, I don't remember.
No, well, close enough. No, let's go.
Yay!
Yay! Everybody, yay!
Yay!
And
Question mark?
the imp Rashid's like he's just doing that thing where he pinches the bridge and I was like, oh. Nadal, if you'd like to return to the back of the store and continue with the stitching we were working on earlier this morning, that'd be fantastic. Thank you, my friend. I will hold the front of the store now.
Bye, Nadal. I go up for another mage hand bro fist with the with the imp convoys.
Yeah, he does so, and then he's like flaps off to the till area, and sits there and starts he starts going through some of the like arranging the small display of jewelry that's there to make it.
It's really fun image of this guy that he's got like a little top hat on, like a waistcoat.
No top hat, but yeah, it is a waistcoat. He's incredibly well dressed. He is very, very well dressed. He uses it as a point of saying, look, it does not matter on your size or your shape or your build. We'll be able to make fine clothing that will suit you perfectly.
Every girl's crazy for a sharp dressed imp.
Indeed.
Is this place like my workplace where in order to work here you actually have to wear the thing you sell as well? So they're wearing clothes that they made themselves.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
if it's an
I will
imp-sized fucking waistcoat, I'd assume so.
yeah.
Come on now.
Oh no, this is
fine,
this is an imp-sized three-piece suit.
Mm.
The only thing it hasn't got is fancy shoes because he's got like claws.
Yeah, that's fine.
But he's got like little white covery bits that go over the top. Basically, he's got spats over his claws.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So. Right. So we're
Okay,
done.
I've done a quick drawing of the blue crystal. I just don't know how I'm going to send this to you now.
We'll sort that out later. We'll sort that out off stream. That'll be fine. So with the amount of time of being here and getting measured up, and he provides you with a new pair of trousers as well as a part of this deal. So you have a new pair of trousers now.
Yeah, I need clothes for now too.
Again, same thing. He provides you with a set of
Like
they are nice. They are nice quality clothes. It's like a linen suit sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's nothing particularly fancy, but they're serviceable. They're comfortable, and they fit, which is the important thing. They do fit. So that's you're up to. So it's going to be like around about lunchtime sort of time now. All told, like 11 o'clock sort of time. All told. So
I say we head to the Black Manatee and get some lunch.
I was thinking we should probably head back to the blue stallion.
Either way.
To have lunch because it's free there, and then after we've had lunch, go back to the Black Manatee. And I was considering working some more today and helping out. I mean, that's if you guys want to do
Draco dude could do with the help.
But again, what do you guys want to do?
I just shrug. Whatever.
He's very agreeable. Just fuck it, whatever, man. Whatever's going on, fucking hey.
I'll just drink some more. I ain't gonna.
Aye. I'm just gonna drink.
I want to roll D100s.
Do whatever, man. Fucking, I'll tag along. Just as long as there's fucking alcohol and wenches along the way, it's all good, yeah?
Fuck aye.
Yeah, fuck aye.
Well, if you guys are agreeing, then shall we?
Yeah.
Yar.
To the stallion. Hang on.
To the blue stallion.
I've got a movement song for us this time. Fuck's sake. This is because I had my hand stabbed.
Sure, bud.
To get from over here to over here.
I love how there was a horse whinny while I was playing there. That was fucking brilliant. Sorry.
Yeah. To get from about there to about there.
In the sky.
Christ!
Okay, the Pearl Lives version is better. Fight me.
Okie dokes. So, you can head back to the Blue Stallion and you get yourselves your lunch that is paid as part of your room and board.
Knowledge.
And so, do you want to take another look at the jobs list, or have you got your plan? What you want to do for the rest of the day?
So Marcus has expressed his want to help out at the Black Manatee again, working just for tips. This time fully sober, so he can focus on helping rather than try and not throw up into the drinks in which he is pouring. But he did also offer up to say, look, but if the others want to do anything else, he's down for whatever.
I'm gonna go with the one going to Black Manatee. Sorry.
Marcus.
Yeah, with Marcus, and go help out over there as well because I've got a set plan. This is all Green Day and all really really sad and depressing.
Christ.
I'm just
So-
going to go along with them for drinks. I like the atmosphere.
Okay, okay.
To be honest, it's my go-to bar. I like the idea of it being run by like ex-pirate looking people.
Where's my...
Pirate looking people, she's got one eye.
There it is. I just realised I couldn't find my pencil. I tucked it into the binding of my notepad. I was wondering why I couldn't see it.
It's just me just sat at the bar waiting for food.
Okay. So, Azra plans to go to the bar and do a set, so he wants to work. Marcus is planning on working as well. Anakis wants to just go and get drunk, yeah?
Yep.
And what about the newlyweds?
I'll work the door again, if that's alright with you, Perry.
Yeah, let's just do that. One on each side of the door. It'll be fine.
Okie dokie.
There's
Every now and again they start arguing with each other.
As if
Never.
Happily married.
Yeah. Happily married.
Do you mean happily
and also,
happy mistake marriage? Really?
Well,
Unintentional marriage.
technicalities, you know. Technicalities.
we managed to find some long black coats and bow ties to wear.
Oh, so you look in the part. Okie dokie.
Yes, I'm looking quite dapper, just with hide over the top of my dapperness as well, because that's what you need, a little bit of fur on top. What the ladies want,
Right.
Is
I
there?
think.
Okay, so Dothan. So we got Dothan and Perry. About halfway through your shift, there occurs a bit of a scrap. But
what's going on here?
you're able to very, very quickly diffuse and disable the issue. But it does mean that you get a bit of a bonus there as well. So for today, the pair of you will get 10 gold pieces.
Wait.
Nice.
Yay!
And Azra, you're planning on doing your set. So let's just do a quick dice roll for you, and then you can enjoy playing your guitar for a little while.
Yeah, I've decided as well that I'm going to have I'm going to use dancing lights as like my stage lighting.
Oh, cool! I like that. That's clever. I like that.
I need to do the thing with
So,
have so many screens. I don't know what everything is.
Yes, performance from you, please. Give me what you're doing. We'll use performance to work out your tips and such.
Right, so we'll do performance first.
And I was going to give you advantage for doing the having darts and lights with it as well. So roll it again as well. See if you can get better than a 20. See if you can get like a crit or something like that, because you never know.
Come on. Oh.
So we'll go with the 20, but that is still a very good one to have. So what we're going to do is we'll do that.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Life grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. It's something unpredictable. In the end, it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Most depressing song of the fucking.
I'm just getting flashbacks of yesterday's stream that I done now hearing that.
Alright, so all told, everything with tips and being paid for the set and everything, you actually, as a total amount of tips on this, so you do quite well. You actually come out of this with 18 gold
Nice!
in tips.
Sweet. I got 270
And
gold.
Marcus,
Yep.
let's have a charisma roll from
I'm
you.
sorry, I'm still not used to it. My main on Neverwinter is also named Marcus. Like,
Marcus is the
like.
Marcus is my go-to character name, back up from Mojo, Kajenki, and Koji. I'm seeing if I can use.
Mine
any
is
of my
mine is
characters
Nathan.
now.
Nathan or Stefan. They're my go-to names.
Oh.
No, but it'll be the charisma. So if there is a charisma-based skill that you are proficient in,
I was gonna use Druidcraft every time I hand them a drink to make a special sensory effect or smell, but I was like, this is a hardcore place. This isn't like people wanting to
Yeah,
Rainbow
and that
Age.
half
Yeah.
orc is gonna like beat shit out of you if you fuck with the drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that too.
So just a charisma check.
By all means,
Service
try
with a
it.
Smile.
By all means, try it.
Service, if you crit on a smile, they're gonna be fucking
Why did
amazing.
it roll twice?
It has its roll once.
Okay, then the animation played twice. I have the dice roll on.
That's weird. Don't know why. Yeah. So the critical 12. Right. Okay. So then that will be. We'll work it out through that. So that. So in total for tips, you make 13. You make a total throughout the whole of the day and night. You make a total of 13 silver in tips.
In tips, brilliant.
Yeah.
So I've got 20 silver.
I think I have the better deal here.
To be fair, you did also roll a 20 on your performance, and I so I like, okay, well, roll some dice, and you got really lucky on the dice. So
Yeah.
Marcus isn't here for the money. He's here because he can be.
and Anakis is planning on getting drunk.
Obviously.
Yep.
So first thing I'm going to try then is we'll do this. Actually, you know what? We're going to try this one now, as the primary is Anakis. Doesn't very. It's not sorry. What? This is giving this generator some names to work with, and let's just see what it comes up with for this. That's literally all it comes up with is just that. That's really annoying.
Oh no, I'm gonna have that depressing ass song in my head all day. Oy.
Why don't you play When September Ends? That one's not depressing either.
Hang on. If I can get the lyrics for it, I can probably do a Tiny Rick song from Rick and Morty.
Oh no.
Let me out, set me free. I'm not the same person as me. My life's a lie. Although I always
So
get them
you start your you do your afternoon. You join a gambling table. Play Freebird. You join a gambling table. And you after your evenings worth of your afternoons worth of gambling, you make a total of 6 gold pieces.
Yay.
There's some nice low risk wagers.
About half of our party loot is gambling, isn't it?
Yeah, if
Must have
not
made about
more.
300 or 400.
If not more, yeah.
If I leave here tomorrow.
I'll just play an MCR song. Helena. Helena's a happy one.
I can't play
Really?
any of My Chemical Romance songs, actually.
I'm trying to get that 6 gold at the party list.
That Nirvana Unplugged My Girl one. Don't know that one. Don't know that one personally.
The closest thing to Nirvana that I can do is one that every guitarist learns how to fucking play. It's like, hang on, if I can remember it. No, can't remember.
That sounds too weird.
That was Wild Thing. That was Wild Thing. Just the Wild Thing.
I can do
I think
hit you with your best shot.
This is where his character gets shot by an arrow.
This is why. Okay, any DMs out there? If there is a player that you've got who knows how to play an instrument, then encourage them to play a bard.
Like that Rick James, this is the music stream.
If they're not already planning on doing so, encourage them to play a bard.
Let me out, set me free. I'm not the same. Just believe all that's lying. Oh, don't be yes.
I did. Okay then.
So that's how you spend your days, getting the rest of your afternoon and early evening, getting a little bit of your wage on. What would you like to do for your Friday? Because we actually managed to get through most of the day pretty quickly because you guys decided you want to do this sort of job instead of go out and do stuff that involves fighting things and rolling some dice, because that's the weird thing of D&D where a 5 a 5 mile journey takes 30 seconds, and 20 seconds of combat takes 4 hours.
But as of yet, like I'm still getting the grips. Next time we'll go off and do a proper adventure.
Yeah.
I think
I've been an adventure in Marcus's eyes.
I've generally got the handle on what's going on now and how everything works.
Well, when it comes to you've got this is your Friday, your Friday evening now, and you've got your Saturday, and then you've got the Sunday morning, because the Sunday after late afternoon, early evening is when you're then travelling back to the guild hall.
Did we ever actually cash that check?
No.
Oh, well, let's do that.
Yeah.
You're going to do that whilst the banks are still open.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so we can say you do that.
Gotta confess. Hang on, since we're walking, I will play us 500 miles.
Well,
Okay,
I'll let you play that track. I'm not going to go for a whiz while you're playing that track. I'll take advantage.
When I wake up. Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you.
Should have the Scottish one singing that. It's a Scottish song.
That would imply I'm going to sing on a stream again. I done enough of that yesterday, thank you very much.
Fantastic thing I found out about that song 500 Miles is if you time from the moment the song starts to the final line that is sung, if someone was up in the International Space Station and had been singing it, they would have travelled exactly 1,000 miles.
Well,
Piss around with your E string and do Everlong. The low one.
There we go. Evelyn, that's
That's the one.
that's it. That fight is so good. Oh, but it's been so long since I listened to them.
I haven't played that in forever.
Down to the fifth track.
Sorry, I was opening a window because it's warm as balls in here.
Again, the best.
Oh
my god.
The best.
I've just sat down to being assaulted. What's going on?
As a
I
humble brag,
waited here for you.
Jesus Christ!
a slight humble brag. When I tuned that E string down to D, I did that in one movement.
Oof.
Whoa.
I know what that feels like. I've
just like-
tried teaching myself bass guitar, and tuning is just one of those things. It's like if you do it right, perfectly in the first attempt, it's like, oh yes, baby. Oh yes, daddy.
Right, so you've got your evening. Would you like to be spending your evening carousing, or given the fact we've got 10 minutes until we're meant to...
How much did we get for cashing that their
It was
check?
150.
There's 150 gold on the
Has it
check.
been added? Did we add it to the party?
I don't know if you added it to your...
All right, I will add it.
I didn't do it. Yes. For the end of the day, Marcus is happily ready to carouse again with everyone.
Right. Do you want to do that now, given that we're finishing in... Our finish time is in 10 minutes. Do we want to just stop here and then do that next session?
We'll do the carousing now, and then what we should do is you make us roll a carousing, and then you just don't tell us what happened until next session.
I'll let you guys think on it and panic. Lovely. Right,
If I get fucking nearly buggered by hillbillies again, I'm coming.
Okay, so no... Right, so wait. So just to be 100% clear on this, you don't want to be nearly buggered by hillbillies.
Oi.
Think about your words.
I just want to be 100% certain on this.
No hillbillies. No
No.
involvement of hillbillies.
Right, so you want to be
Unless
buggered by
I can
somebody
check-
else.
Possibly. If it's that nice scaly chick, go for it.
Okay, right. Use
I'm
the
guessing your
tail.
character has a thing for Dragonborns.
I have a thing for scales in general. I like.
Oh,
the
so
way
lizard
they-
folk are fine too. Dragons.
Yeah, just
Right.
lizards.
Okay.
Anything with scales.
Is
Okay.
everybody
Are we
going
gonna
to
do-
be spending their evening carousing, or is anyone going to be taking a quiet evening in?
Carouse away,
Yeah.
my dudes.
Oh my
Is,
god.
is anybody not
I-
carousing? Right, brilliant. Right, okay, just start at the top of my list here that I've written down from a private thing anyway. Perry. Well, Perry and Dotan, are you two going to be carousing together, or are you going to be, do you want to do
We'll be with
individual
everybody,
roles? No, what I mean is, do you, is because obviously everyone's going to go and off and do their drinks, and it all depends on where they wake up. So,
Yeah.
are you two going to be, like, specifically, like, trying to stick together, or do you want to, do you want to have a night off to yourselves, as it were?
It's up to you.
You said that wrong. It's a night off with someone else.
Well, they kind of already had that.
You had that last night.
A fumble in the barn.
I'll just roll something for that. Okay, that's even. So I guess together.
You get together. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do you guys do that as well. Right. Okay. So that person is 10.
1d10 each. Yeah.
Yeah, 1d10 each. So this.
Oh yeah.
So that person is evens. Right. Okay. So God, yeah, evens is fuck it. So that person turns. Right. What's that mean? Okay. Right. So that is a. Okay, for the two of you together. Is a 62. Azra, a D100, please, my friend.
Yep. Hey. Although that could be very bad.
It
No
could
way,
be.
luck. Not to
Um,
find out till next week.
Onakis, a D100, please.
I don't know if she was worried or not about this, but I guess I need to wait till next week to find out.
And Marcus.
Tune in next time.
I don't know why I suggested wait until next week. 'cause
Yeah,
I don't-
well, you made your bed, lie in it.
There we are. Oh my god, I'm one away this time. I'm getting there, boys.
Nearly. One day we will have
Dancing around it,
Rightio.
aren't
Okay, so I will work out what these things are for you, and next week we shall find out exactly what sort of
Adventures.
weirdness and drama goes on. What we're going to do is going to end the recording there, because we're going to get this uploaded onto YouTube. I forgot to get last week's stuff uploaded onto YouTube, so that means that pretty much everything's going to be uploaded all at once. It was a rough weekend for me last weekend, though, to be fair, to myself. So we'll sort that out for you, but we'll get it all uploaded onto YouTube. Yeah, we're going to end the recording here. So we'll say bye-bye to the YouTube people, and then we'll go find someone we can pass this stream onto. So bye-bye, YouTube people. Say bye-bye, YouTube people.
Bye-bye, YouTube people.
Bye-bye, YouTube people.
Goodbye.
May the bard be with you always.
Goodbye.